And now to introduce tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Ohio Marlins.
Hello and good evening from Foundation Field here in Hamilton, Ohio, as the Hamilton Joes will take on the Ohio Marlins. Both teams entering today's game 2-1. Sam Newcomb here alongside Luke Westbully. Luke, the Joes entering today's game 2-1 in the year. Bumpy start down in Florence, but they were able to get 2 straight wins to finish the weekend.
Yeah, and I think overall the coaching staff was pretty pleased with the team's performance over the first 3 days. They wanted to get everybody reps, and that's exactly what they did. And while they weren't able to pick up that first win on the road, they followed it up with a win here at home and then stealing one on the road in Xenia on Sunday. Now they're going to look to spur up some momentum heading into this 3-game homestand starting tonight.
Let's take a look at the Ohio Marlins lineup. They'll batting first and playing shortstop Aaron Garcia, batting second, and at second base Reagan Lawler, batting third, and at third base Dylan Thomas, batting fourth, and DHing Clay Sorrell, batting fifth, and at first base Blake Hentz, batting sixth, and behind the dish for the Marlins Nathan Meredith, batting seventh, and in center field Tommy Dills, batting eighth, and in right field A.J. Arnold, and batting ninth, and rounding out the lineup for the Ohio Marlins is Rowan Turan, and he will be out in left field. On the mound for the Hamilton Joes, making his first start as a Joe, is Sam Matthews out of Marietta College, who went 3 starts this past year, appeared in 24 games for Marietta College. They went 38-6 on the year, made the D3 tournament, but fell in the regional. But Sam Matthews, let's talk about him. He's a sidearm pitcher who rocked a 1.47 ERA. He dominated all of D3. He was a player of the year.
Yeah, he was really, really good for Marietta this year. First team All-American in Division III. He's got great numbers. He had a 1.47 ERA for his school this year, and he's making his first start as a Joe today, and I think the whole coaching staff and all Joe's fans should be really excited for what we can see from Sam Matthews this year.
Some more numbers from Sam Matthews. He pitched 73 and a third innings for Marietta College this past spring. He only gave up 6 walks total. He rocked a .79 whip. He is a phenomenal pitcher, and he will get the start on the mound for the Hamilton Joes today. Let's take a look at your defensive alignment out in the field for the Joes. Out in left field is Dalton Miller. In center field, Logan Castleman. In right field is Harry Jackson. And then in the infield, from left to right, is Mitch Donofrio, Braden Broom, Garrett Staten, and Tyler Heinrichs. Sam Matthews on the mound for the Joes, and behind the dish and making his third start of the Joes season is Evan Ulrich from Ohio State University. The Joes will be in their white jerseys, white pants, black caps with script Joes across the top, and it should be an exciting one today as the Joes look to improve to 3-1, just like the Marlins look to do as well. Marlins just came off a victory Sunday, beating the Cincinnati Steam, who the Joes lost to in the first game of the season. The Steam lost to the Marlins 9-3, and the Marlins had 11 hits to their credit in that one to give the Steam their first loss of the season. It's a 4-way tie atop the South Division. 4 teams had a 2-1 record, and now digging in to lead things off is Aaron Garcia, who is 1 for 2 on the year for the Ohio Marlins, and the Marlins will be in their black jerseys, black pants with light blue pinstripes. Nice, clean-looking jerseys. Look good, feel good, play good. This is how the saying goes, and we'll see how that goes here today on a rainy day from Hamilton. It'll be rain on and off here at Foundation Field. Lights are on. Sun is nowhere to be found, but baseball ready to go here on Foundation Field on this Tuesday evening. Here's the first pitch in there for a strike to start things off. First pitch, 7:05 to get things going. Sam Matthews also struck out 84 batters in those 73 innings pitched, and he's ahead in the count 0-2 after Garcia swings and misses at the second pitch there. That sidearm can be really tough for hitters to pick up and get a piece of the ball. See if Matthews can retire Garcia here. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches, and that's going to result in a strikeout for Sam Matthews. So put it down as a 3-pitch strikeout to Aaron Garcia, and Reagan Lawlor will dig in from the left side. He's the second baseman for the Marlins today, 1 for 2 on the season. Fully turf infield here at Foundation Field. The outfield is just regular grass, so it should be interesting how the outfielders will play fly balls today with the amount of rain we've had. The first pitch into Lawlor is in there for a strike, and 4 pitches, 4 strikes to start things for Sam Matthews on the rubber. And he'll go right back to work. This one chopped up the middle. Staten Fields, he'll flip over to first for the second out of the inning. So quick work already for Sam Matthews. We've seen many great defensive plays in the early season with the Joes. Luke Arnold, who's been at shortstop a couple times this year, but he's DHing in today's game. Braden Broom will be out there at short. Garrett Staten, who's made some phenomenal plays at second. And digging in is Dylan Thomas from the right side, and he had no intention of swinging at that one. He watches one by for a strike. And Matthews able to paint the outside corner for strike 2, so Matthews looking for a 1-2-3 inning to start things off. And that one just dives low for a ball. Make the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. With 2 down here at Foundation Field, we have a webcam here for you so you guys can see all the action as well, not just hear our voices. Glad you can join us here on YouTube. Here's the 1-2 pitch from the sidearm. Matthews, swing and a miss. He got Thomas down on strikes, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Joes. And when we come back, the Joes will be up to bat, and we'll give you their lineups as well. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
And no runs, and up to bat comes your Hamilton.
Back here at Foundation Field, 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first for the Hamilton Joes. Let's take a look at your Joes lineup. Batting first and in center field, Logan Castleman. Batting second in right field, Harry Jackson. Batting third and at third base, Mitch Donofrio. Batting fourth and in left field, Dalton Miller. Batting fifth and DHing for the Joes tonight is Luke Arnold. Batting sixth and at shortstop, Braden Broom. Batting seventh and at first base, Tyler Heinrichs. Batting eighth and behind the dish, Evan Ulrich. And batting ninth and playing second base is Garrett Staten. On the mound for the Ohio Marlins is Daniel Brenneman. Brenneman out of Ohio Christian University, a senior over there. Started 10 games this past year for the Ohio Christian University. 3-7 record, pitched 24 2/3 innings, and had a 4.38 ERA this past season for Ohio Christian. Logan Castleman will dig in for the Joes to start things off here in the bottom of the first. First pitch from Brenneman dives into the turf outside for ball 1. Castleman has had 15 at-bats on the Joes season. He's reached base 11 times. Talked to him yesterday on the podcast. You guys can take a look at that on our social media pages. Swing and miss and foul back for strike 1.
Yeah, we talked to Logan Castleman yesterday. He's really been great in that leadoff spot. He can really be trusted for the Joes. to just get on base, batting .556 on the year and leading the team with 5 walks.
He grounds this one to short. Aaron Garcia fields, now throws and gets Castleman. So the speedy Castleman can't reach. And there's one down here in the bottom of the first. So a rare time Castleman can't reach base. And Harry Jackson, who has had a hot start offensively, will dig in for the Joes. 6 for 7 on the season. He went 2 for 3 in Sunday's game against the Scouts. He currently has the best average in the GLSCO. Squares the bunt but pulls back, and that's going to be called strike on the outside corner. Harry Jackson out of Lourdes University in Toledo, Ohio. Out of Lake High School. Here's the pitch from Brenneman. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And now that's 2 times now where the ball has gotten away from Brenneman. Just on the pitch back after the pitch. So no balls, 2 strikes to Harry Jackson. The one time he was retired this year was Sunday when he flew out to center field in the first inning. Now he's down in the count 0-2 with 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch, and that one at the letters for ball 1. One, 2. Skied into center field, but right at the center fielder, Tommy Dills. He doesn't have to move very far to make that catch, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the first. So both teams trying to go 1, 2, 3 here in the first inning. And Mitch Donofrio will step in for the Joes, making his second start. 0 for 4 in his first game of action for the Joes. Brenneman sets below the belt, now fires in at home, and that one's a ball inside. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball towards the Joes dugout, foul.
Yeah, Mitch is still looking for his first hit on the year. He did walk once, but he's 0 for 4 in his at-bats. He's playing third base in today's game in the field.
The 1-1, wave and a miss. Brenneman fooled Donofrio there. And Brenneman is now trying to get the Joes down in order. Here in the bottom of the first, no score here from Foundation Field on a drizzly day here in Hamilton. And time is called by Donofrio. Brenneman taking a little too long to get the signals from the catcher Nathan Meredith. Now here's the windup and the pitch from Brenneman. Popped up. This one is just going to get out of play, though, near the Marlins dugout. Count will remain 1-2 on Donofrio, who's looking for his first hit as the Joe this summer. Both teams 2-1 to start their year. And now here's the pitch from Brenneman, and that's going to plunk Donofrio, and Donofrio will be aboard. So scratch the 1-2-3 inning opportunity, and the Joes will have a man on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And that will have Dalton Miller stepping in for the Joes, who's 2 for 8 on the season.
Number 7, Dalton Miller.
That one's in there for a strike. Miller broke his bat in Saturday's game against the Jazz. Miller went 1 for 4 in that game. Now he grounds to short. Garcia has to field it. Now quickly throws and will get Dalton Miller in time. So the Joes leave 1 on base can't do anything with it. And we move to the second inning. No score here from Foundation Field. You're listening to Hamilton Joe's Baseball on YouTube. Back here at Foundation Field, we're having a little trouble, technical difficulties with the ads being played right now. And Sam Matthews back on the mound for his second inning of work. We talked to Ryan Finnerty before the game. He said his pitch count's probably going to be around 50 today if he doesn't get into any trouble.
He could go all 9 innings if he pitched like he did in the first.
Ground ball towards the right side. Staten stops it, but that's going to be ruled an E4. And a Marlin will be aboard.
Yeah, that was a tough play for Staten to make. He had to kind of move to his right, and he just wasn't able to squeeze that one in the glove. So he kept that one in the infield, but he wasn't able to get the throw over to first. Now the Marlins have their first base runner of the game.
So count that as an E4 for you folks scoring at home. And now Blake Kentz will dig in from the left side. He'll look at a ball just off the plate. Blake Kentz 1 for 2 on the summer for the Marlins. Here's the sidearm action throw from Matthews in there for a strike to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Sorrell on first after reaching base off the air from Staten over at second. Pickoff throw, not in time. Matthews throws a fastball / sinker, slider, and a splitter. And this one is hit hard down the left side. It's going to be through around second. And going to third is Sorrell. The throw not in time. There's going to be runners on the corners with no one out for the Ohio Marlins. A base hit for Blake Kentz. And the Marlins are threatening here in the top of the second inning.
The catcher, number 12, Meredith.
And Nathan Meredith will step in from the right side for the Ohio Marlins. Nathan Meredith, the catcher for the Marlins today, out of Cuesta College. Batted 125, just a small sample size, 8 at-bats, 1 hit. Matthews fires in there for a strike to start off the at-bat to Meredith.
That hit was a home run, though.
Yeah.
He's got some power in his bat.
Meredith, though, still looking for his first hit as a Marlin. On the move and throwing it down to second. That's going to get through to center field. Miscommunication between the middle infielders for the Joes, and walking home is Clay Sorrell, and that's the first run of the game. It was a beautiful thrown ball by Evan Ulrich. It would have been an easy out, but miscommunication in the middle of the infield results in a run being scored. So Blake Kentz advances to second, and Nathan Meredith has a chance to extend the Marlins' lead to maybe 2-0 here. Swing and a miss to Meredith for strike number 2. 1-2 the count. Something Sam Matthews really hasn't done back in college at Marietta College is give up runs. Only 12 earned runs in 73 and a third innings pitched. Slider in there for a ball, just a little low. Two the count with no outs here in the top of the second. Marlins lead 1-0 in this one. Sam Matthews sets now, fires home, and that one just a bit low. Evan Ulrich trying to do his best to frame that one for the home plate umpire Scott Wickoff. And out on the bases is Hermie Brown. Full count now to Nathan Meredith. Runner on second, no down. Here in the second inning. Matthews looks over at second, now fires home, and watch out, that bat goes flying in. Not only does the bat go flying, he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, rainy day here in Hamilton, and you can definitely tell there that he did not have a good grip of his bat, and now he's just realizing that he did strike out for the first out of the inning. Tommy Dills, the lefty batter, playing center field for the Marlins, will dig in. 1 for 4 on the season is Dills out of Bellarmine University. Batted .200, 7 for 35 with 3 RBIs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Just misses off the outside half of the plate. And it counts 1-1. Sun nowhere to be found here in Hamilton. Cloudy skies, lights are on, and a drizzly day. Slider outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count now. Over on second base is Blake Hentz. He reached on a single. And now here's the 2-1 pitch from Matthews. Chopped up the middle and thrown over to third, and that's going to get Blake Hentz in trouble. Matthews making a nice jumping grab and then throwing over to third, and Hentz was caught over there. He had nowhere to go for the second out of the inning. Tommy Dills will reach on the fielder's choice. So he's at first base, and A.J. Arnold, the right fielder for the Marlins, will step in. Let's see if they'll send Dills on the base paths. Swing and a miss on pitch number 1 to Arnold. 0 for 3 on the summer.
Yeah, that last play from Matthews, it was just great awareness by him, because sometimes when that ball just gets hit right back at you as a pitcher, it can kind of freeze you a little bit, but he knew the situation, and he fired it over to third, and he got the out.
That one in on the hands. Got a piece of the bat, but right into the catcher's mitt for strike number 2. Man, that's just a tough pitch to hit. When it's a sidearm thrower throwing to a right-handed hitter, coming in on the hands. Let's see where they'll go here. Sam Matthews sets. Now he gets the guy picked off, and it's going to be a pickle. The Joes will work it around, and Sam Matthews will apply the tag for the final out of the inning. So Sam Matthews got in a little bit of trouble, but he gets the last 2 outs and worked his magic to finish off the inning. We move to the bottom of the second. Marlins plate 1. They lead 1-0 here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at cboxsports.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy.
Luke Arnold will lead things off for the Joes. Here in the bottom of the second, Joe's trying to get that run back after giving up a run after Evan Ulrich was firing down his second, try to get a guy caught stealing, and middle infielders Braden Broom and Garrett Staten just looked at each other and let that one go into center field and scored. Coy Sorrell from third. Joe's looking to get their first hit. They were retired in order, or 4 batters rather. Mitch Donofrio reached on a hit by pitch. 2 quick strikes to Luke Arnold. Luke Arnold, he has a lot of pop in his bat, but does strike out often. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's a little high for ball 1. One, 2 the count to Luke Arnold, who is DHing for the Joes. Brenneman sets, now fires home, and that one in front of home plate for ball 2. Joes are 2-1 on the year, as are the Ohio Marlins. And Luke Arnold will foul this one off out of play over the screen to stay alive with 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Luke Arnold. Luke Arnold 4 for 12 on the year, but 6 RBIs to his credit. Now here's the 2-2 pitch from Brenneman. Popped up, and that one just going to get out of play into the concession area here at Foundation Field.
Yeah, it's just good, careful hitting there from Luke Arnold. That one was a little bit off the plate. Probably would have been a ball, but just to be safe, he reaches out and gets the end of the bat on that one to make sure he stays alive. It came up over the screen and fell over by the concession area, and now he'll get another chance on the 2-2.
Arnold went 1 for 4 against the Scouts on Sunday with a 2 RBI single out into right field. Now the 2-2 is high, and the count is full. So the 8th pitch about to come from the hand of Brenneman to Luke Arnold. Here's the payoff. It's a slider, and this one skied out to deep left field. But that one just a little too high. Looked good for a second, but Rowan Turan underneath it to make the first out of the inning. Luke Arnold just getting a little too far underneath that one. We saw him in Game 1 of the season against the Cincinnati Steam. Almost hit one out at Yald's Ballpark in Florence, Kentucky. Almost went out of over the fence by a couple feet. But instead he had to settle for a 2 RBI double. Now Braden Broom will hit this one into shallow right field, and it's going to be caught by A.J. Arnold. So Braden Broom swings at the first pitch, and he's quickly retired. And Tyler Heinrichs will step in for the Joes.
Next up for the Joes, number 29.
You mentioned that
Tyler
Arnold was a little close to hitting one out a couple of nights ago out in Florence. Tyler Heinrichs hit one out over the left field fence in BP earlier today. The Joes are still looking for their first home run of the year. We'll see if Tyler can provide that.
Tyler Heinrichs, 1 for 9 on the season. for the Hamilton Joes. His first hit was his first at-bat, so he's 0 for 8 since. He swings at this one and is fouled off the backstop and right back to the pitcher and Brenneman. Brenneman says, I'll just keep this ball. Helped me earn a strike, and now the count's 0-2 to Tyler Heinerkes. Heinerkes out of Ball State, Canadian as well, out of Waterloo, Ontario. Played in 17 games for the Cardinals, batted .111. He finds himself down in the count 0-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Brenneman sets, kicks, fires, and this one's a slider. Heinerkes able to get a piece of it. Charging in is Garcia and throwing over to first to Blake Hentz for the final out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for the Ohio Marlins, and we move to the third. Marlins 1, Joe 0. You're listening to Hamilton Joe's Baseball on YouTube.
Be fast and secure.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a non-profit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a Level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
Back here at Foundation Field, Marlins hold a 1-0 lead over the Hamilton Joes. Both teams entering today's game 2-1. Decent crowd on hand, not as good as the opening day crowd here at Foundation Field on Saturday. Around 500 fans in attendance for that one. A little less today, but they're out to watch some baseball here on this drizzly Tuesday afternoon. It appears like the rain has stopped at the moment. Umbrellas are put away. And the first pitch from Matthews is grounded to first base. Heinerkes fields. He'll tap on the bag for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Sam Matthews to start the top of the third inning. He gave up that 1 run in the second. Clay Sorrell reached on a error by Staten over at second, and he came around and scored. So 1 down here in the top of the third inning. And the 9-hitter, Turan, will look at a strike right down the heart of the plate. Turan 1 for 2 on the season for the Marlins. Also has an RBI to his credit. The sidearm Matthews throws in. This one's fouled off out of play. So 2 quick strikes to Turan. And Sam Matthews looking for his 4th strikeout of the day. Here's the windup and the pitch. Almost got Turan to go around, but he was able to hold. So 1-2 the count now with 1 down here in the third. Matthews back to work. And this one gets away from Matthews, and Ulrich lets that one go by to the backstop. And the count is even at 2. Got to think Matthews might be having a little tough time to maybe get a grip of the baseball with the wet conditions out on the field. The 2-2 from Matthews. Hit hard to the shortstop. Braden Broom, he fires over to first for the 2nd out here in the third. So Sam Matthews trying to get his second 1-2-3 inning of today's game.
Number 2, Aaron
At the top of the order Coming up now for the Marlins, Aaron Garcia, who struck out in the first at-bat of today's ball game. Matthews throws, and this one's just a little dribbler towards the Hamilton Joes dugout.
We'll see if Garcia can pull things together a little bit. He looked really uncomfortable in that first at-bat. He's just graduated high school, headed to Northern Colorado next year. But facing a sidearm pitcher is very, very difficult and certainly very different as a batter to what you're used to. So we'll see if he can try to find a little more comfort in that batter's box this time around.
Yeah, I'm sure he hasn't seen many sidearm pitchers. As it's a quick delivery by Matthews to catch Garcia off-balanced. And he sure was there. And it's a 1-2 count. Sam Matthews trying to go for a 1-2-3 inning. Now a slow delivery this time. The pitch. Slider in there. Strike 3 looking.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is $1 off all
Matthews sends Garcia walking back to the dugout, and that ends the top of the third inning. We move to the bottom of the third. Marlins 1, Joe 0 here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
If you're looking for an industry leader in all things related to windows and doors, look no further than L.E. Schofield Window and Door Co. With over 7 decades of experience in providing window and door repair and replacement services, as well as glass, screens, and other products, you can count on them to get the job done right the first time around. Call them today at 513-863-8932.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati or call them up at 513-851-9056. Hungry Joe's fans? Visit your neighborhood McDonald's. With 6 locations in Hamilton, there's always one close by. Whether you're in the mood for some nuggets, a Coke, or a classic Big Mac, McDonald's is the spot to satisfy your cravings. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Are your clothes still dirty after going through the
Back here in
wash?
Hamilton,
Is your fridge failing to keep things cold?
Evan
Hey,
Ulrich
Appliance
will lead
Service.
things off for the Joes. Joes still looking for their first hit. They struggled with the bats against the Scouts on Sunday, but got things going all the way into the 6th inning. So it took them a little bit. See if Ulrich can start things off to get on base, but he looks at a strike on the lower inside corner of the strike zone. Brenneman is looking good here early on. And this one ripped into center field, but right at Dills to make the catch. It was hit hard on the screws, but Dills is there to make the first out of the inning. And Garrett Staten, the 9-hitter for the Joes, will step in. 3 for 7 on the summer is Staten. Went 1 for 4 on Sunday against the Scouts. 1-0 the score. Marlins on top here at Foundation Field. Staten looks at a ball off the plate. Lights on. Cloudy day here in the evening here in Hamilton, Ohio. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ripped into right field. That's going to be through for a base hit. So the Joes are finally into the hit column. Staten wincing in pain over there at first base. It appears like that ball was off the end of the bat, so a little stinger on the hands, but he won't mind reaching base off of a little stinger. That's the first hit for the Joes, and now the top of the order up for the Joes and Logan Castleman. Castleman Grounded out to Aaron Garcia at short. In the bottom of the first, let's see if Staten will be on the move. He's 1 for 1 on stolen bases. He's on the move. Throw to second is not in time. So 2 for 2 on the season is Staten for stealing bases. And now he's in scoring position for Logan Castleman.
And there's just another example of how aggressive Tyler Thaman likes to be. First hit of the game, and Garrett Staten's on the move on the first pitch to second. He's in there. And now with two great contact hitters coming to the plate, and Logan Castleman and Harry Jackson, who's on deck.
This one ripped into deep center field. On the move is Dills, and that's going to hit off the base of the wall. Scoring is Staten, and Castleman is in there with a stand-up RBI double to tie things up at 1. He hit that one hard over the head of Dills over there in center field off the bottom of the wall out there. We still haven't seen a Joe's homer. They're like one of 3 teams this year out of the GLSCL to still get into the home run column. But Castleman reaching base for the first time in today's game. It's an RBI double. And now Harry Jackson, who flew out to center field in his last at-bat. Castleman on the move to third. Throw over is not in time. It was a beautiful thrown ball in the perfect spot. But out on the base pass umpire is Hermie Brown. Not going to call him out there, but you can't ask for a better spot from the catcher, Nathan Meredith, there.
Yeah, it was a really, really good jump by Castleman, and then didn't look like they were going to be able to get him, but it was a great throw, as you mentioned, by Meredith, and a tag placed between the legs from Dylan Thomas, but Castleman was in there safely.
The 1-0 pitch scoots by. Now the play at the plate is not in time. Castleman gets a good jump, a good read. He's in there sliding head first. It appeared like Meredith might have been able to pick it up himself and apply the tag at home. But instead, he flipped over to the pitcher, Brenneman, and it went by him. So Castleman scores, and the Joes get their first lead of today's game, 2-1.
Yeah, like you said, I think that was just kind of a play made out of panic by Nathan Meredith. He could have easily just cut off the path to the plate there from Logan Castleman and applied the tag, but instead he tried to flip it over to the pitcher, and he actually ended up flipping it over Daniel Brenneman's head. And so there was no play at the plate, and Castleman slides in easily, safely.
The 1-1 pitch to Jackson, wave and a miss for strike number 2. It's a foul tip into the glove of Meredith, but talking about that play made by Castleman scoring from third base on that pass ball is you got to make a quick reaction. You don't have any time to hesitate, and he made a play home, and he scored. And now strikeout looking from Harry Jackson. It was right over the plate for the second out of the third inning. And Mitch Donofrio, who got plunked in his first at-bat, reached base but was stranded over there at first, back in the first inning, will step in for the Joes. Slider that hangs, but getting underneath it and into shallow right field and making the grab is A.J. Arnold for the third and final out of the third inning. Joes plate 2 across, and they take a 2-1 lead over the Marlins. It's time to go to the fourth inning. Here at Foundation Field, you're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
Offers superior. Are your clothes still dirty after going through the wash? Is your fridge failing to keep things cold? Pate Appliance Service offers superior home appliance repair in Hamilton, Ohio, so you can get on with your day-to-day activities. They are a family-owned company offering fast and reliable appliance repairs. Their skilled service technicians work on a wide variety of brands and home appliances, providing quality repairs on everything from dishwashers to microwaves. Go to their location at 780 South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard or contact them at 513-285-3519.
Pfefferly Tire and Auto is your car's home for all of its needs. Whether you just need a quick oil change, a repair, or you're in the market for new tires, Pfefferly will get it done with professionalism and honesty. And with convenient locations in both Fairfield and Hamilton, there's always a place nearby.
Planet
Back here at Foundation Field, Joe's lead 2-1 after scoring 2 in that bottom of the third inning. Sam Matthews back for his fourth inning of work. We have him at 35 pitches unofficially. Ryan Finnerty, assistant head coach for the Joes, said he's probably going to be capped out at around 50 pitches, so we'll see if this will probably be his last inning of work. No one working out in the pen for the Joes, but Dylan Ballauer, who will be the bullpen catcher today, is making his way down the left field fence, and it looks like he's going to grab one of the Joes pitchers to get working out there in the pen. 1-1 the count now to Reagan Lawlor. The pitch from Matthews dives low and outside for ball 2. Lawlor grounded over to second base to Staten in the first inning. Back to work is Matthews. This one chopped down the right field line, and it's going to be fouled towards the Marlins dugout.
You mentioned Coach Finnerty talking about the pitch count being capped off at around 50 for Matthews, so Joe's going to work through a lot of their bullpen today. This one's grounded up the middle.
Grounded right back to Matthews. He gloves, now fires over to first for the first out of the inning. He was able to stab at that ball, which was going up the middle. Able to stop it in front of him, and plenty of time to pick it up and throw over to first for the first out. Here at the top of the fourth, Joe's lead 2-1. Bats were cold for the Joes through the first 2 innings, but a couple hits later in the third, and they have a 2-1 lead. First pitch to Dylan Thomas is a foul tip into the glove of Evan Ulrich for strike number 1. Thomas struck out on 3 pitches. His first at bat, but this time he'll rip one into left field for a base hit. And the Marlins have a man aboard with 1 out.
Your next batter for the Marlins, the cleanup hitter.
Second base hit given up by Sam Matthews. He's pitched well through 3 1/3 innings, and Ryan Finnerty is going to come strolling out of the dugout to talk with Evan Ulrich, the catcher, and Sam Matthews, who's on the rubber. Just probably a couple more pitches, or maybe a batter or 2 for Sam Matthews.
Yeah, one guy that we're definitely going to see today, Coach Finnerty said, was Chase Hopewell. We're likely, though, not going to see him until later in the game, as he kind of is hoping to serve in that closer role for the Joes this year. He can go a couple innings, so he's not just going to be an exclusively 9th inning guy, but certainly probably not going to come in this early. There is a pitcher warming up in the Joes' pen. We'll see who that is in a moment, but for now, Sam Matthews is going to get a chance to finish things out against Chase Sorrell, who's second on the team for the Marlins in batting average this year.
First pitch to Sorrell in there for a strike across the plate. Sorrell reached on an error and came around to score back in the second inning. That gave the Marlins a 1-0 lead for the moment. Now we have a stoppage in play. And
the umpire is pointing at the Marlins dugout, and now it looks like he's writing something down. Yeah, so
looks like a warning of some sort on the Marlins dugout. Oh, 1 the count to Chase Sorrell. Sam Matthews' sidearm delivery is outside for a ball. So 1's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Dylan Thomas over there at first base with a 3-step lead, and this one's lined into right field. It's a base hit. Around second and going to third is Thomas, and he's in there standing up. They'll throw to first, trying to catch Sorrell off the bag, but he gets back in time. There's runners on the corners with 1 out here in the 4th inning.
Next batter, the first baseman, number 35, Blake Hintz.
So we wondered how long Matthews was going to go innings-wise. We knew how many pitches he was probably going to throw. Now Blake Hentz will step in. He singled in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning. Left-handed hitter with the teal cleats. He looks at a ball just off the plate. Sam Matthews thought that one caught a piece of the plate, but home plate umpire Scott Wickoff did not agree. And now here's the 1-0 pitch to Hentz. That one slides outside for ball 2. Matthews, not a guy who walks many, only walked 6 batters in 73 and a third innings pitched at Marietta College this past spring. Runners on the corners for the Marlins. 2-0 pitch, misses again off the plate. Once again, Matthews begging home plate umpire Wickoff to give him a call there, but the count's 3-0. A walk will load him for the Marlins. There's one down here in the top of the 4th. The Joes lead 2-1 at the moment. The 3-0 pitch is a swing and a ground ball to short. 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. Swinging at a 3-0 pitch was Blake Hentz, and it cost him a double play for the Joes to escape the jam and keep their lead intact. We move to the bottom of the 4th. Joes lead 2-1 in this one. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone.
Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization, and that is why we hire only the most qualified and compassionate individuals in the industry. This is why our care is second to none.
Get ready, Joes fans. Raising Cane's is coming to Hamilton. Opening June 29th at 1479 Main Street, you can enjoy the world-famous flavor of Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Can't wait? Head down to Fairfield, where there's a Cane's located at 5120 Dixie Highway that can satisfy all your cravings right now. Raising Cane's is a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. Questions, comments, or concerns for today's broadcast, you can contact me or Sam or the Hamilton Joes on Twitter, at Luke Westpoli, at Sam Newcomb24, at Hamilton Joes. Make sure to follow us on all of those platforms for updates throughout the season. For now, the Joes lead 2-1. They're going to get a chance to extend that in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, Dalton Miller will lead things off, and give us a follow on Twitter for up-to-date information on the Hamilton Joes.
For the Joes.
Dalton Miller will lead things off for the Hamilton Joes here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Grounded out to shortstop in his first at-bat of today's game back in the 1st. There's a 6-3 putout to end the 1st for the Hamilton Joes bats. Dalton Miller, who plays on Miami University Hamilton's team, did not have a season this past year. Actually tore his ACL last month. He wears a brace, and he did not do that playing baseball. He did that while working. And I asked him how he's able to play on. He says, can't do much further damage. And he's out there playing some ball for the Joes here this summer. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Brenneman. Swing and a miss. Dalton Miller, hefty hack at that one. Can't get a piece of it, though. You do not see many people who tear their ACL a month later playing any sport, not just baseball. But Dalton Miller, who's out there doing it right now as he takes a look at a ball that goes into the turf. Good stop by Nathan Meredith behind the plate for the Marlins.
Yeah, usually an ACL tear could mean that he'd be lucky to even play next summer.
Yeah.
But he's back, and he's toughing it out, and he's gotten a chance to play this summer for the Joes.
He grounds this one to Aaron Garcia over at short. And an easy play, routine play, ground ball to Aaron Garcia for the first out of the inning. And Luke Arnold will step in for the Joes. Flew out to left field. on a towering fly ball
Luke
to
Arnold.
Rowan Turan over there in left.
Daniel Brenneman's been generating a lot of ground balls over to that short side. That's
Yeah,
the
that's-
fourth grounder of the game that's resulted in a 6-3 putout
Yeah.
over at short.
Good breaking pitch there. That froze Arnold as he takes a strike.
It's interesting, though, because both of the hits that he's allowed have actually gone out to right field. One was to right center, and one was to a grounder up the first base side.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Brenneman, and ducking and getting out of the way of that one was Luke Arnold. There's an off-speed pitch. They do have ice in the dugout, but Arnold elected not to get his dome rung on that one. Instead, the count's 1-1. Here's the pitch from Brenneman. Below the knees and stabbing and making the grab behind the dish is Meredith for the second ball of the at-bat. 2-1 the count with one out. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Joe's lead 2-1. Both those runs came in the third inning. The 2-1 pitch inside for ball 3.
Yeah, Brenneman's struggling a little bit with the control here.
Brenneman sets below the belt, kicks and fires. This one jam shot goes over the mitt of Brenneman. It's going to be a tough play for the second baseman, Lawlord, but they get him in time. A nice scoop over there at first by Blake Hentz. And Luke Arnold can't beat it out. He's out for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that was a really tough play. Brenneman went over to catch it, and it just kind of clipped off the top of his glove, and that took away all the speed the ball had. So Reagan Lawlor over there at second had to charge into the infield grass to pick that one up and fire it over to first. It was a close play. Blake Hentz made the scoop, and they retired the runner.
Braden Broom, who's 0 for 1 on the day, popped out to shallow right field. His last at bat, but this time he rips one into center field for a base hit. It's a 2-out single for Braden Broom. And let's see if the Joes can have a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Braden Broom, 1 for 1 on stolen bases this season. So let's see if Tyler Thaman, who's the manager of the team and coaching third base over there, will have him on the move here. The Joes second in stolen bases in the GLSCL.
The first baseman, number 29, Tyler.
I think Broom can steal bases considering he's got Coach Grissom's favorite cleats on the team over there at first.
Let's see if he'll be on the move here on this first pitch to Heinrichs. They'll throw over to first, but diving back head first in time is Broom.
You got to be careful. We saw one of those on the flip side when the Joes were in the field, a pickoff move to end an inning.
Heinrichs grounded out like many Joes players have to Aaron Garcia over at short in his last at-bat. This time he looks at a ball high and in. Braden Broom stays put over there at first base. See if Tyler Thaman will have Broom on the move here. Broom takes an extra step off first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Broom stays put, and another ball inside for ball 2.
Should probably get a strike where he goes. He gets 2-1 here.
So the count is 2-0 now with 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Joes lead 2-1 here from Foundation Field. Second home game for the Joes this season. Throw back to first. And Broom easily back in time. Both teams have 3 hits in today's game, but the Joes have that 1-run lead over the Ohio Marlins. Both teams 2-1 entering today's game. And another one high and in for a ball.
Yeah,
so
and
now the count's 3-0.
You got to expect that now at the 3-0, Braden Broom's just going to stick over there at first. No sense trying to
And with what
take the base.
with what we saw from the Ohio Marlins when Blake Hentz swung at a 3-0 pitch, resulted in a inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. So see if the red light is on, and it was. And get me over a strike there from Brenneman. The count's now 3-1 with 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. Brenneman sets and now fires home. Swing and a miss. And now the count's full, and this time Broom will definitely be on the move with 3-2 count and 2 down here in the 4th inning. Heinrichs 1 for 10 on the year for the Joes. See if Brenneman can strain that runner on first. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Broom on the move. Slider in there for a strike. Swinging. And the Marlins dugout ecstatic over there on the right side. And the Joes strand 1. They are scoreless in the 4th inning. We move to the 5th. Joes 2. Marlins 1 here on Hamilton Joes YouTube.
Hungry Joe's fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joes game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious meal.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years. Receiving an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080. At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposefully so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Back here at Foundation Field, Sam Matthews' day is done. He goes 4 innings, gave up 1 run. It was unearned. Gave up 3 hits, and also had 3 strikeouts to his day. Coming into pitch, who actually just showed up to Hamilton today, is Colby Haynes. Colby Haynes out of Union, Kentucky, plays for the Cincinnati Bearcats. Did not pitch for the Bearcats this past season, so getting his first live action of pitching here today. And he fires one just a bit high above the strike zone for a ball. Nathan Meredith, will lead things off for the Marlins. Struck out back in the 2nd inning. This one dives low for a second ball of the at-bat to Meredith.
On the mound for your Joes, number 21, Colby Haynes.
Colby Haynes trying to settle in here in the top of the 5th inning. He throws one high and in for ball 3. So Haynes trying to figure things out now after throwing 3 straight balls to Meredith. See if they can get me over strike here, and they do so. The outside half of the plate for strike 1. Count 3-1 now to Nathan Meredith. See if Colby Haynes can throw back-to-back strikes here. The 3-1. Swing and a foul ball towards the Joes dugout. So the count is now worked full. Some movement over in the Joes pen, so you wonder how long Colby Haynes will go. He'll maybe go an inning or 2 here for the Joes in relief. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Colby Haynes. Ground ball, sharply hit ball, and that's going to bounce off the mitt of Braden Broom, who tried to backhand it, and it's going to be an E6. The error will be going to Braden Broom, and reaching is Nathan Meredith to start things off for the Ohio Marlins.
Yeah, it's a second error of the game from the Joes infield, and now a base runner on the first batter for Colby Haynes of the day. Coming in to hit now, the center fielder Tommy Dills out of Bellarmine, Columbus, Ohio.
First pitch to Dills is a strike called. It's the second time in today's game where the Marlins have gotten the leadoff runner on. Now here's the 0-1 pitch from Haynes. Outside for a ball. Tommy Dills, 1 for 5 on the season for the Marlins through 3 games of play.
Former Upper Arlington Golden Bear in Columbus.
Nice breaking ball in there and called a ball. Wow. Ulrich was behind the dish out of Ohio State for the Joes this season. Thought that one was in the strike zone. Now the count is 2-1. Sliding delivery from Haynes. Ball 3. 3-1 the count now to Tommy Dills. Runner on first base is Meredith. He reached on an error by Braden Broom. Kobe Haynes sets at the letters. Now fires home, and that's another ball. And that will put the Marlins with runners on first and second and no one out here in the top of the 5th.
Next batter, the right fielder.
Worth mentioning that the Marlins had runners on the corners with 1 out, and the count was 3-0 to Blake Hentz. And he had the green light and grounded out into an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. Let's see if this time the Marlins can maybe play 1 or 2 across to tie this one up or take the lead. Joe's lead 2-1 at the moment. Joe's runs came in the 3rd inning. Both of them did. Kobe Haynes will step off, and he will ask Ulrich to come out and chat with him. Don't know if they're having a tough time getting the signals. No one down, and the Marlins have runners on first and second here in the top of the 5th. A.J. Arnold, who is 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to Heinrichs at first. Looking to maybe tie this one up for the Marlins. Here's the first pitch. Squaring to bunt is Arnold. It's a good one. Fielding it, throwing over to third, over the head of Donofrio. This will score 1 run for the Marlins, and this game is tied up at 2. And Arnold will advance all the way to second base, and runners will be on second and third with no one out here in the top of the 5th inning.
Your next batter.
Haynes just floated that one over the head of Donofrio, and disaster ensues for the Joes. So runners on second and third, and now it looks like the home plate umpire Scott Wickoff is going to go talk to the Marlins dugout once again. They already had a warning, and I don't know if they're giving him another warning as well, or if someone might be tossed. And there is someone tossed. So someone is tossed out of the Marlins dugout. Can't tell if it's a player or coach. They received a warning earlier in the game, but this time Scott Wickoff heard enough and tossed one of the Marlins. And we'll let you know once we figure out if it was a player or a coach. The game is tied 2-2. And it looks like we're about to resume play. Marlins have runners on second and third with no one out. The game is tied at 2 apiece. After the error from Colby Haynes, it was a bunt right back to him. He fielded it and tried to throw over to third, but sailed over the head of Donofrio, and it scored Nathan Meredith. And now the 9-hitter, Rowan Turan, will dig in, and now Wyckoff is walking towards first base, making sure the guy that was thrown out exits the ballpark. And I think we're now finally going to resume play here in the top of the 5th inning. Pitcher warming up over in the Joe's bullpen right now. Can't get a number on it, but here's the first pitch. Almost misses Rowan Turan. Or it does miss Turan, but almost hit him. Counts 1-0. Marlins dugout very vocal all game long this far. And, well, resulted in one of their players being ejected. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count now. 2-2 the game. Both teams have 3 hits apiece, but the Marlins have runners in scoring position on second and third. The Joes infielders on the edge of the green turf in the infield. So maybe a ground ball. Well, they'll probably check on the runner and throw home if he's heading home to keep the game tied. 1-2 the count now. Colby Haynes trying to get a much-needed out here in the top of the 5th. He sets weight at the chest and now fires home. That one's fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Colby Haynes trying to get his first out of the inning. This is his first appearance out of the pen for the Joes this season. Slider is going to be stopped by Ulrich in the turf. Count now even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Turan grounded out to Broom over at short in his last at bat. Now he'll hit one down the right side and through the infield for a base hit. Around third is A.J. Arnold. No play at the plate, and the Marlins take a 4-2 lead. Good piece of hitting by Rowan Turan with 2 strikes on him. He pokes one out into right field for a 2 RBI single.
Next batter, the shortstop, number 2.
And now Tyler Thaman's going to go out and have a word with his new pitcher, Colby Haynes.
And that looks like it will be the end of Colby Haynes' day. He'll be responsible for the man on first base. He gave up 3 runs. 2 of them were earned. And 1 hit. Struck out none, walked none, and did not record a single out. So we'll have a pitching change for the Joes, and it's going to be the top of the order, and Aaron Garcia, who has struck out twice, he'll start things off against the new Joes pitcher. And it's going to be Casey Grimm in relief for the Hamilton Joes. Casey Grimm started the first game of the season against the Steam. He went 3 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. But those 3 earned runs came off 1 swing of the bat by Harrison Johnson of the Steam. So, other than that 1 bad pitch, Casey Grimm had a decent outing against the Steam down in Florence, and now he'll come out of relief this time to try to hold the Joes deficit to 2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Casey Grimm out of Wright State Lake and hometown Cincinnati, Ohio kid. Started 8 games for Wright State Lake in 2021. Actually threw a no-hitter back in late April, where he threw a no-hitter and had 16 strikeouts as well. Starting to rain again here in Hamilton. Umbrellas are out for a couple fans here in attendance. And Casey Grimm, the lefty, will have a couple more warm-up pitches and we'll resume play here from Foundation Field. Have yet to get word of who got ejected from the Marlins. And we just received word it was Adam Estrada. Estrada, one of the infielders for the Marlins, not in the lineup today. Out of Philadelphia. And he's ejected of today's game. And now time to resume play here from Foundation Field. Top of the 5th inning. The Marlins lead 4-2. First pitch to Garcia, in there for a strike by Casey Grimm, the southpaw pitcher out of Cincinnati, Ohio. The Marlins have scored 3 in the inning to take the lead. Now a quick pitch, and he went around, Garcia did. And there's 2 quick strikes to Aaron Garcia, who has struck out twice, and he's now trying to avoid striking out for the 3rd time in today's game. The pitch outside for ball. Aaron Garcia just finished up his senior year of high school, and like Luke mentioned, in a couple at-bats by him, he is on his way to Northern Colorado in the fall. Check on the runner over at first. That is Turan. He's back in time, though. And now here's the 1-2 pitch from Casey Grimm. It's his breaking ball, and it catches the outside corner. Strikeout looking, and Garcia is retired for the 3rd straight time. That is his 2nd backwards K of the day. And now there's finally an out here in the 5th. And now the 6th batter of the inning, Reagan Lawlor, who was grounded out both times. And this one scoops off the mitt of Ulrich into the turf. And that will advance the runner 90 feet. They'll get a new baseball for Casey Grimm. And Turan is now in scoring position at second base for the opportunity of Reagan Lawlor to score him. Lawlor 1 for 4 on the season for the Marlins. He bats from the left side, so it's a lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch from Grimm upstairs and a swing and a miss. One down here in the 5th inning. The Marlins have scored 3. They hold a 4-2 lead over the Joes. Now the 1-1 from Grimm misses outside for a ball. Still a good crowd on hand here at Foundation Field. Not as large as the crowd was Saturday for the home opener, but fans are out and about to watch the Joes play here on this drizzly Tuesday evening. The 2-1 misses a little bit outside, and now there's 3 balls and only 1 strike on Reagan Lawlor. Casey Grimm now sets and fires home, and that one gets the piece of a plate. Gets the piece of a plate this time, and the count is full. Little bit of movement over in the Joe's pen. Nothing too serious, though. See if Grimm can retire Lawlor. Here's the payoff pitch. Runner on the move. Nope, it was a bluff. And a strike 3 looking. So back-to-back backwards Ks for Casey Grimm. Rowan Turan fooled me over there. I thought he was going to be on the move, but it was just a bluff. Now there's 2 down here in the top of the 5th. And Dylan Thomas will look at a ball. So Casey Grimm has only faced 2 batters, but has retired both of them, striking them both looking. And a hefty cut by Thomas. He was looking to put that one out of the park, but instead it goes right into the mitt of Evan Ulrich behind the dish for strike number 1 in the at-bat. 1-1 the count with 2 down. Marlins lead 4-2. 3 runs coming here in the 5th inning. Slider and fouled out of play. Casey Grimm rocks a 4-seam changeup slider curveball pitch mix. He's ahead in the count 1-2, trying to end things and stop the bleeding here in the top of the 5th. The pitch from Grimm popped up, should be playable for Tyler Heinrichs, and he loses his footing over there, and it bounces foul. It looks like the grass over there. It's like right in between where it goes from turf to grass, and he lost his footing, and the ball drops for a foul ball. So Dylan Thomas will get a second chance inside the batter's box. See if he can make the Joes pay after that missed pop-up by Tyler Heinrichs. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Casey Grimm. Low and in, but misses the strike zone for ball 2. Dylan Thomas thought about swinging at that one, but was able to hold himself from swinging at that one. Now 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. Getting the end of the bat and fouling it off is Thomas, and we'll do it again. Worth noting now that no one is up in the pen for the Joes. No action whatsoever. The rest of the bullpen guys are sitting down the left field fence line. And now Casey Grimm trying to finish things out, but he misses on the outside half of the plate. A couple feet off, actually. And the count is now full with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. So Dylan Thomas has worked it full after being down 1-2. Now Casey Grimm sets at the letters, now fires home, and Thomas stays alive. And we are just about to experience the 9th pitch of this at-bat between Casey Grimm and Dylan Thomas. Thomas 1 for 2 on the day, singled in the 4th inning, but was stranded at 3rd. Casey Grimm lasered into the signals. Now fires home, runner on the move, but it's a swing and a miss, and an ending strikeout here in the top of the 5th. We move to the bottom of the 5th. The Marlins score 3 to take a 4-2 lead here in Hamilton, Ohio. We'll be back for the Joes Bats. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just a place to reside. It's a place for residents to truly shine every day. Offering a diverse range of senior living services, our community is designed to suit all resident lifestyles, from highly independent seniors to those who may require day-to-day assistance. Every resident becomes a member of our community. We strive to make sure each moment of each day is something to remember. Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field. Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is safe and ready for you. Have an injury of some sort? Stop by Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, located on 3035 Hamilton Mason Road. The physicians and specialists at the Tri-Health Orthopedic and Sports Institute provide a full range of orthopedic care to ensure you don't miss out on a single moment on or off the field.
Back here at Foundation Field, Joes give up 3 in the top of the 5th. Now they find themselves down 4-2 here in Hamilton. Both teams entering today's game with a 2-1 record. Evan Ulrich will lead things off out of Ohio State. Did not get an at-bat for the Buckeyes, but he's had his number of at-bats thus far in the young season for the Joes. He's 1 for 8 on the season. His first hit, that one hit came on his first at-bat down in Florence, Kentucky against the Steam. So he's struggled since, 0 for 8 since that hit. Brenneman back on the mound for his 5th inning of work. And that one's a ball to start things off here in the bottom of the 5th. Ulrich hit one hard to center field, but right at Tommy Dills. The 1-0 pitch from Brenneman across the plate, but Ulrich a little ahead of that one for strike number 1. Brenneman gets the signal from Meredith and now kicks and fires. It's a slider. And Ulrich was able to get a piece of it. Right to the man on deck for the Joes. That's Garrett Staten. Now 2 strikes on Ulrich. 1 ball, 2 strikes with no one out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Marlins lead 4-2. Here's the pitch from Brenneman. Outside and watch out! That was a screamer over at the Ohio Marlins dugout. Think everyone's all right, though. The count remains 1-2. We'll do it again here. The 1-2 pitch. Dives into the turf for ball 2. Fully turf infield here at Foundation Field, and the rest is grass out in the outfield. Count 2-2 now to Evan Ulrich out of the 8 spot for the Joes. He goes upstairs with it, and Ulrich goes chasing for a strikeout. And now there's 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th.
Your next batter.
Yeah, Ulrich was frustrated. He's going to want that one back. He saw that one up. It was just above the zone. Probably would have been a ball, but he swung at it anyway, and he wasn't able to make any contact, and so he's retired. And now Garrett Staten, the 9-hitter, who's 1 for 1 today and also scored a run back in the 3rd, will stand in.
Staten singled back in the 3rd inning, and that started a rally for the Joes where they scored 2 runs. Castleman on deck. He represents the top of the order for the Hamilton Joes. 1 strike now to Garrett Staten, and Brenneman will step off. There is a man over there in the Ohio Marlins bullpen warming up, so you wonder if this might be Brenneman's last inning of work. The pitch, ground ball over to 3rd. Charging in and making the play is Dylan Thomas for the 2nd out of the inning.
I believe that's Travis Burson over there in the bullpen in right field for the Marlins, the senior from Otterbein, hometown Grove City, Ohio. So we'll see if he comes in next inning, or if maybe Logan Castleman at the top of the Joes order can extend this inning a little longer.
Castleman doubled and came around to score. It was an RBI double for Castleman. It was this week's Joes Player of the Week. It was just 3 games, but we had him on the podcast. Luke and I did. You guys can take a look at that right here on the YouTube page. The Joe Cast, episode number 1. The 1-0 pitch. Castleman thought about it, decided not to swing, but instead it's across the plate for strike number 1. Now the count's 1-1. Pitch from Brenneman. Lined into left field for a base hit over the head of Garcia. And Castleman has his 2nd hit of the day, and he's aboard with 2 outs. Castleman, when he's on base, he likes to steal. 5 for 5 on the year. He actually leads the GLSCL in stolen bases entering today. Let's see if Tyler Thaman, the head coach, who's coaching 3rd right now, will have him on the move here. Brenneman, a long wait, now fires home. That one's fouled off out of play. Into the softball field to the right of Foundation Field. Harry Jackson 0 for 2 on the day. Entered today, though, 6 for 7 with the best average in the GLSCLs, but that's dipped a little bit after his 0 for 2 start today. The 1 pitch is a softly hit fly ball into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Castleman around 2nd. He'll reach 3rd, and runners on the corners for the Joes with 2 outs. So back-to-back hits with 2 outs, and the Joes trying to get a run back after giving up 3 in the top of the 5th. So Harry Jackson gets his 7th hit of the Joes season. And you wonder if he will be on the move to make it 2 runners in scoring position here. And Mitch Donofrio, 0 for 1 on the day, was plunked back in the first inning. Looks at a ball that is at the shins to start his at-bat. Joes find themselves down 4-2 here, but trying to cut in that deficit with runners on the corners. Here's the pitch from Brenneman. Runner on the move. No throw, but a throw back to third. The Castleman able to get back in time, and now there's 2 Joes in scoring position on second and third for Mitch Donofrio. Pitch was called strike, so the count's 1-1.
Mitch hit 6 home runs for Eckerd College down in Florida this year. He's got some power, and now with 2 runners in scoring position, we'll see if he can tie this game up.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And an excuse me swing for strike number 2. So Brenneman trying to escape the jam, this 2-out jam by the Joes, and keep the 2-run lead for the Marlins intact. He has Donofrio right where he wants him. 2 strikes and only 1 ball with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch from Brenneman. Outside. And that evens the count at 2. Castleman being very aggressive over there at third, making sure that if there is a pass ball, he will be able to score. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Donofrio. It's a breaking ball down the line and foul. It was past the diving third baseman Dylan Thomas, but just a little wide of the line. And the count remains 2-2 for Donofrio, who is still looking for his first hit as a Joe, and it would be a big one. Probably tie things up if he's able to poke one out into the outfield. The 2-2 pitch from Brenneman. Fouled off and over the press box, out of play. Pitching coach Keegan Burney will come out and give some baseballs to home plate umpire Scott Wickoff. And here comes another 2-2 pitch from Brenneman. That one into the turf, and the count was full. Great at bat thus far from Mitch Donofrio to stay alive. He's fought off some balls and fouled them out of play. 4-2 the lead for the Ohio Marlins here in the bottom of the 5th. Runners on second and third for the Joes. The payoff pitch. Ground ball in through the left side. Scoring is Castleman around third, and coming home is Harry Jackson. And the Joes have tied this one up off the base hit by Mitch Donofrio, his first hit of the summer for the Hamilton Joes. It's a big one.
Yeah, what a way to get it. That's just a clutch at bat from Donofrio. He just waited on his pitch. He waited and waited and waited and just fouled off anything that he didn't like. He sat on 2 strikes for a very long time in that at bat, which can be risky with 2 outs. But he was just waiting for his pitch to come, and when it came, he grounded that one hard up into left center field, and he ties this one up for the Joes. What a great hit there from Mitch Donofrio.
The Joes have really done a great job with 2-out hitting through 4 games this season, or through 3 and 4 innings of play this season.
Absolutely, yeah. That was something that we saw right from the start in Florence. They did a really great job with 2 outs, and that's carried on through these next 3 games.
So they had a mound visit, did the Marlins, and Ryan Brenneman will stay in the game. Or Daniel Brenneman. Sorry about that.
Number 7, Dalton Miller.
Tie game at 4 Here in the bottom of the fifth, Daniel Brenneman had a full count with 2 outs and runners on second and third, but couldn't retire Donofrio, who poked a single out into left field. He now stands at second, and now Miller looks at a ball that goes into the turf and a nice stop over there behind the dishes by Nathan Meredith. Dalton Miller 0 for 2 on the day. Both times he grounded out to shortstop to Aaron Garcia. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Daniel Brenneman. Little looper in the middle of the infield. Blake Hentz calls everyone off and will make the catch to end things here in the fifth. The Marlins took the lead in the top half of the fifth inning. They scored 3 runs, but the Joes answered with 2 themselves in the bottom half. Tie game here in Foundation Field in Hamilton, Ohio. 4-4 the score. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
After 5 complete innings of play, the Joes.
Joe's fans, in need of insurance, United Heartland Insurance Agency has your back. A consolidation of a number of family-owned independent insurance agencies dating back to 1872, for years they have been protecting the assets of their clients by offering comprehensive and competitive business, personal, and life insurance products. Visit their Hamilton office at 185 North Brookwood Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-896-5555.
The Greater Miami Valley YMCA. When communities get better, the world gets better. Discover how we positively impact the nation and how you can help us, one neighborhood at a time. The Greater Miami Valley Y, your local stop for building a healthy spirit for mind and body for all.
The Casual Pint is a community and neighborhood craft beer spot located in Hamilton that provides a vast selection of the best craft beers the region has to offer. They also offer a great selection of food options from appetizers to entrees, so if you just need a snack while you socialize or want to enjoy lunch or dinner.
Back here in Hamilton, Ohio at Foundation Field, tie game between the Ohio Marlins and the Hamilton Joes. It's been an exciting game thus far. Back and forth battle. Casey Grimm coming out for his second inning of work. He faced 3 batters coming in. He struck out all 3. 2 of them were backwards Ks and then a forward K to Dylan Thomas to end things. He pitched game 1 against the Steam. And this one's ground ball to Braden Broom. And Scoop and unable to make the play over there is Heinrichs. And advancing to second is Clay Sorrell. So that's Braden Broom's second error of the day. And the leadoff man is on for the Marlins off the E6, and he advances to second as well.
Yeah, it's the 4th error of the day for the Joes, which is just not been something that we've seen from them through the first 3 games of the season, but they're struggling a little bit tonight in the infield.
Yeah, the middle infield has really been a strength of this Hamilton Joes team defensively. They've made a lot of web gem plays. And that could pay costly for the Joes as the game's tied currently in the leading run. The go-ahead run is over there on second for the Marlins as Hentz looks at a strike. 1-1 the count with no one out. Here in the top of the 6th inning between the Marlins and the Joes here. Game 4 for both these teams. This one ripped down the first baseline. Foul. So, Casey Grimm now ahead in the count 1-2. Lights on. Starting to get a little darker here in Hamilton. The sun was not out at the start of the game. Showers in the forecast. It's rained a couple times on and off, but currently umbrellas are put away and things are clear. And the count is 1-2 now to Blake Hentz, who singled and grounded out in a 6-4-3 double inning-ending double play. And the count was 3-0 when he swung and grounded out into that double play. Runners were on the corners for the Marlins. It came out empty in that inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Grimm. It's a breaking ball in there for a strike. Swinging. And that's a strikeout. Casey Grimm's 4th of the day. And there's one out here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, that one just ducked right underneath Blake Hentz's bat at the last second. Nice breaking ball there from Casey Grimm. And the Joes get their first out of the inning.
Nathan Meredith will step in. Grounded out to Braden Broom over at short. But it was an error and he reached. And it ended up coming around to score. Did Meredith. Now the count is 0-1. Meredith out of Cuesta College. Batted a $125. And he looks at another one. The strike called by home plate umpire Scott Wickoff, and the count's 0-2. So Casey Grimm looking really good out of the pen for the Joes. Looking for maybe his 5th strikeout of his day. He sets, he looks over to second, now fires home, and that's a ball outside. Meredith still looking for his first hit as a Marlin this summer. Tommy Dills stands on deck for the Marlins. The pitch. Whoa, watch out as the bat comes flying out of the hands. He did make contact with the ball. So the count will remain 1-2, but he loses his grip. And the bat went flying to the Joes dugout. That's his 2nd time where he's lost his grip of his bat. Wooden bats for all teams in the GLSCL. Nathan Meredith, he actually, the last time the bat went flying out of his hands, it resulted in a strikeout. He swung and missed. This time he was able to get a piece of the ball to stay alive. And he does so again as this one's off the netting behind home plate. One out here in the top of the 6th. Clay Sorrell stands at second. He reached down an error and then advanced to second off the throwing error. Casey Grimm, though, trying to do things himself on the mound for the Joes. The pitch, that one just misses below the knees for ball 2. Casey Grimm out of Wright State Lake, senior. And he's looking to retire Meredith here. The 2-2. In there on the inner half of the plate. It's another backwards K for Casey Grimm. So after Clay Sorrell reached on the air and advanced to second, Casey Grimm has struck out the next 2 Marlins batters, and there's 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. Tommy Dills will step in. 0 for 1, but reached in his last at-bat via the walk. But this is his first time facing Casey Grimm, so it's a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Grimm looks over at second, now fires home. That's over the heart of the plate for strike number 1 of this at-bat. Swing and a miss. So now there's 2 strikes on Tommy Dills. Casey Grimm trying to strand that runner at second. The pitch. Strike 3 looking. Casey Grimm retires the 3 Marlins batters in order after giving up an E6. And the Joes move to the bottom of the 6th. Still all tied up with the Marlins at 4 apiece. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
They have something that will hit the spot. Go online and order at hamilton.thecasualpint.com or go to their location located on 130 Riverfront Plaza. That is 130 Riverfront Plaza in Hamilton, Ohio. proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
ADG Services is Hamilton and Fairfield's most trusted painting contractors, offering deck staining, sealing, and waterproofing, as well as drywall texturing and exterior and interior painting, as well as many other services. ADG Services is your way to go for all your painting needs. Visit them at 456 Sims Road in Fairfield or give them a call at 513-295-2767. ADG Services, a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Back here in Hamilton, Ohio, at Foundation Field, a little bit of history being made in the GOSCL South Division between the Cincinnati Steam and the Richmond Jazz. Luke, what happened?
Well, it was the first no-hitter in franchise history for the Cincinnati Steam in a 7-inning run rule. And how often do you see this? 16-3 was the final. They give up 3 runs, but they get a combined no-hitter. 3 different pitchers pitched in the game for the Steam. They had 4 errors and a number of walks that led to those Jazz runs.
Luke Arnold hits this one into left center field, and camping underneath it is Tommy Dills for the first out of the inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, so it was only 7 innings, but a combined no-hitter for the Steam in their win against the Jazz today, and they're still sitting atop the South Division now at 3-1. The winner of this game will be tied with them at the top of the South Division table. Top 2 teams make the playoffs, so of course that's the benchmark these teams are going for, with both of them sitting at 2-1 on the year.
First pitch popped up behind home plate, but it'll be out of play over our press box here at Foundation Field. Sam Newcomb here alongside Luke Westpoley. Glad you can join us here on YouTube, the Hamilton Joes broadcasters for this year. Braden Broom with an 0-1 count. Skies one into left field. This one is going to stay in play. No, it's going to be out of play towards the Joes bullpen. 3 Marlins converging on that one. It was Dylan Thomas, Aaron Garcia, and Rowan Turan. Bottom of the 6th, and we are all tied up at 4. The Marlins added 3 runs in the top of the 5th inning, took the lead, and the Joes tied it up in the bottom of the 5th. New pitcher for the Marlins. Left-handed pitcher. Once we get the number, we'll let you know. I believe that's Travis Burson. Count is 2-2. Can get confirmation that it is Travis Burson out of Otterbein College, hometown Grove City, Ohio. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Braden Broom is retired. And Travis Burson trying to start his outing with a 1-2-3 inning. Tyler Heinrichs will now dig in out of the right side. 0 for 2 on the day. 1 for 11 on the young season. Heinrichs out of Ball State. And he swings and misses at the first pitch delivery. from Burson. The lefty right back to work. That one high and outside for ball 1. So Daniel Brenneman goes 5 innings. He gives up 4 runs. 4 of them were earned. And 5 hits. The 2-1 pitch. Upstairs for ball 3. (3-1) the count to Tyler Heinerkes. The pitch up the heart of the plate and getting all of it was Heinerkes, but a little too early on that one. Fouled out of play over the batting cages in left field next to the Joe's bullpen. And then now the count's full with 2 outs. No one on for the Joes. The 3-2 pitch. That one dives low. And Heinerkes reaches on a walk with 2 outs. And Evan Ulrich will now walk into the batter's box. Ulrich had a hit in his first at-bat as a Joe against the Cincinnati Steam, but has struggled since and looking to end his little slump he's in right now, hitting. He's been retired 9 straight times when he's come to the plate. Quick pickoff move, not in time. Heinerkes over there at first has not attempted to steal a base this year. But with 2 down, let's see if Tyler Thaman, the head coach, will be a little aggressive. This one down the left field line. It's fair. A rounding second, heading to third is Heinerkes, and he's going to get the stop sign. But into second, standing up, is Evan Ulrich. That slump is done, my friend. And runners are on second and third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, and yet another piece of 2-out hitting there from the Joes. This time it's Evan Ulrich contributing. That one just snuck fair out to the right of that third base. But now the Joes got 2 in scoring position for Garrett Staten, who's 1 for 2 on the day.
Staten singled back into the 3rd inning and grounded out to 3rd in the 5th. Now he finds himself standing in the batter's box with 2 runners on in scoring position for the Joes. The pitch lined into right field, and that's going to be drifting foul and out of play.
Yeah, he just pushed that one, and it just started to slice towards that right side foul. Started in fair territory, but it landed over there by the fence.
So 0-1 the count now to Garrett Staten. Has 4 hits on the year and 9 at-bats. Here's the pitch. It's a little looper. And no man's land on the run is Hentz. And he runs into the fence, but can't make the grab. The ball stayed in the ballpark, but Hentz couldn't get to it in time. But nonetheless, there's 2 strikes now and no balls on Garrett Staten. So a big pitch coming here from Travis Burson. Try to escape the jam that was created with 2 outs. Started with the Tyler Heinerkes walk and then the Evan Ulrich double. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Late on that one. And Staten is retired. The Joes strand 2 and the game remains tied at 4. We go to the 7th inning. All knotted up at 4 apiece. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience a great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield Township, Ohio. At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Back here at Foundation Field, all tied up at 4. We enter the 7th inning. The Marlins have 4 hits. The Joes have 7. Alex Kerr to pitch for the Hamilton Joes out of the bullpen. Casey Grimm's final line, 2 innings pitched, no hits, no runs, 6 strikeouts. He faced a total of 7 batters. This one off the catcher's mask of Ulrich, but he seems fine. And it counts 1-1 to the leadoff man of the inning, A.J. Arnold.
Alex Curry's played just 1 inning, pitched 1 inning for the Joes this year, gave up 3 earned runs. Plays his college ball at Frontier Community College, former Lakota East Thunderhawk out of Liberty Township, Ohio. Had a 1.86 ERA with Frontier this year.
Yeah, he really struggled against the steam in his first outing. He gave up 6 hits, 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning down in Florence, but he's ahead in the count, or even the count now at 2-2 after that thrown strike. Here's the pitch from Kerr, in on the hands, fouled off towards the Joes bullpen, or Joes dugout rather. And we'll do it again. A.J. Arnold, 0 for 2 on the day, but reached on the error made by Colby Haynes, who was trying to go to third base after he squared to bunt. Now the count's full after that ball thrown by Alex Kerr. The 3-2 pitch misses inside, ball 4, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Marlins. And now the 9-hitter will step in, Rowan Turan. First pitch, ground balls towards the right side. Staten flips over to second for 1 to first in time. It's a 4-6-3 double play. Staten had a hard time getting out of his glove, but he was able to flip it over to Brumet, who came from shortstop to tap the bag, and Broom with a quick delivery out of his glove and a gun over to first. We're a 4-6-3 double play. That's a big one.
That's a nasty first pitch right there. Breaking ball catches the outside corner.
Alex Kerr has a 4-seam changeup slider in his arsenal. That one just misses. He played his ball at Frontier Community College this past spring. The lefty fires in on the hands, and Aaron Garcia in the one hole swings and misses, and now he is trying to avoid striking out for not the one, not the first, not the second, not the third, the fourth time of today's game. Here's the pitch. Ground ball back to Alex Kerr. Alex Kerr takes a couple steps towards first. Will flip it underhand to Heinerkes, and the inning is done. We move to the bottom of the seventh. It is time to stretch here at Foundation Field. We got an exciting finish ahead in the final couple of innings. Joe's 4, Marlins 4. Bottom of the seventh, Joe's bats coming up here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can rely on our quality service to get your AC system working like it should. When you need air conditioning fast, call us at 513-268-5164, or you can also contact us online at carefreeheatingandcoolingco.com.
Joe's fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at cboxsports.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joe's game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Top of the order for the Hamilton Joes here to start things in the bottom of the seventh. 4-4 the score between the Joes and the Marlins, both teams holding a 2-1 record entering today's game. The lefty bursts in back on the bump for the Marlins. Castleman with the hefty cut, but swings right through it. And it counts 0-1 to Castleman, who's 2 for 3 on the day with a double and a single in his last 2 at-bats. Nice breaking ball there, but just misses. Castleman's reached base in 13 of his 18 at-bats this season. The pitch from Burson ripped right to the third baseman, and Thomas for the first out of the inning.
Next up for your Joes, the right fielder, number 14, Harry Jackson.
Harry Jackson will step in for the Joes, here with 1 out in the bottom of the seventh. Jackson 1 for 3 on the day, squares the bunt. He went around and almost hit him. So 1 strike to Harry Jackson out of Toledo, Ohio. Plays his ball at Lourdes University. The 0-1 pitch. In there, that just misses. Looked good. Count now even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here in the bottom of the seventh. Tie game at 4 apiece. Pitch from Burson. Paints the black in the outside corner for strike 2 of the at-bat. And Jackson will have to battle. Burson right back to work, but this one at the neck. Neck level of Harry Jackson and high for ball 2. 2-2 the count now. You can see a sunset down in left field. A faint sunset in the distance. Jackson fouls one off. Keep the count 2-2. Turned out to be a pretty good night here in Hamilton. Had a couple light showers earlier in the game. Now here's the 2-2 pitch. And strike 3 looking. Nice pitch on the outer half of the plate. Great frame there from Nathan Meredith behind the dish, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Mitch Donofrio will step in. He had a double that scored 2. This one's fouled straight back over the press box for strike 1. Sam Newcomb here alongside Luke Westpoli. And game 4 of the Hamilton Joes season. Glad you can join us here on YouTube. You can do so all season long. Breaking ball, this one's hit up the middle and off the glove of Aaron Garcia. That's going to be a base hit. And taking a long turn at first is Donofrio, but he'll hold put, and he has a 2-hit day to his liking.
Yeah, and he's reached base 3 times already today at the RBI double back in the 5th. And Mitch Donofrio really had himself a good night here at home in Hamilton.
So another 2-out base runner for the Joes. They had 2 outs and 2 on in the bottom of the 6th, but unable to bring one home. And now Dalton Miller will step in for the Joes. He's 0 for 3 today. 2 for 11 on the season is Miller. Quick pickoff throw over to first. Donofrio was leaning towards second, but able to get back in time, sliding head first. First game with the webcam. We know many of you listening are probably wanting us to get the whole field, but this is as far as it goes. We're trying. It's kind of a weird setup here in the press box with the webcam being taped. And it's very awkwardly taped onto the glass window in front of us. Trying to do our best here. Foundation Field. Give you the best coverage all season long. Ground ball to third. It's going to be a long throw, and it's going to be put Hentz off the bag, and he's going to be safe as Miller. Hentz had to come off the bag because it was an errant throw by Dylan Thomas. And the inning is extended here in the bottom of the 7th as Dalton Miller reaches on the air. Oh, they're going to rule it as hit, actually. So it's a hit for Dalton Miller, his first hit of the day. And runners on first and second for the RBI machine in Luke Arnold. Does not have an RBI today. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Be a big one here to give the Joes the lead as the game's all tied up at 4 here in the bottom of the 7th. Burson, the southpaw, stands on the mound. Now fires home. This one's into the turf, and both runners are going to advance 90 feet. So now runners on second and third with 2 outs for Luke Arnold. After that ball thrown by Burson. And it counts 1-0 to Luke Arnold, who is due for a base hit. Has gotten a base hit in all 3 Joes games, making his 4th start today. And runners on second and third for the Joes. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Burson. Above the letters, at the belt, I should say, and that's a ball. And now the count's 2-0. So Burson looked good through the first 2 batters, retiring the first 2 Joes. Now in a little bit of trouble. The pitch, high and outside. Meredith had to come out of his stance to get that one. And now the count's 3-0. Green light or red light, we shall see on this 3-0 count delivery from Burson. All tied up. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That one skies high. And it's a 4-pitch walk. And the bases are juiced for Braden Broom, who is 1 for 3 on the day. So Braden Broom 1 for 3 on the day, struck out in his last at-bat in the 6th inning. But got his 2nd hit of the Joe's summer. His Joe's summer in the 4th. See if he can have a clutch at-bat here. Here's the first pitch. High again. So, Luke, do you think if you are Braden Broom here, you wait for a strike to be called?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I might wait on a strike after seeing what Travis Burson has put out over the course of these last couple batters, especially what Luke Arnold saw in the last at-bat.
5 straight balls, make it 6 straight thrown balls by Burson. Travis Burson struggling to find the strike zone for the Marlins, and he has nowhere to put Braden Broom. The 2-0 pitch. That one is over the strike zone. In the strike zone for a strike, and the count's 2-1. So after 6 straight thrown balls by Travis Burson, able to throw a strike there, and the count's 2-1 now with 2 outs and the bases juiced. Here in the bottom of the 7th, the game's all tied up at 4. Burson sets at the belt. Now fires home. This one ripped into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third and coming home is Dalton Miller. No, he'll hold put at third. And nonetheless, though, the Joes retake the lead now, 5-4 off the RBI single by Braden Broom. Hard hit ball into left field, and the Joes have taken the lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Dalton Miller, we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, tore his ACL a month ago, and he got the late stop sign by Tyler Thaman, the manager and the third base coach for the Joes. And the bases remain juiced for Tyler Heinrichs, who walked in his last at-bat and was stranded at third. The pitch, swing and a miss. Heinrichs only 1 hit on the Joes season thus far. 1 for 11 total on the year. Trying to extend the Joes' lead, which sits at 1, 5-4. This one hit right back to the pitcher, Burson. Burson will take a couple steps over to first, and then finally will underhand it over to Hentz for the third and final out. The Joes strand 3, but they score 1 off the RBI single by Braden Broom. It's a 5-4 lead for the Joes. Don't go away. Top of the 8th action right around the corner here on Hamilton Joes YouTube.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a nonprofit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County.
Back here at Foundation Field, the Joes plate 1 across, but they leave the bases loaded. Stranded off the Tyler Heinrichs 3-1 putout. Alex Kerr back to work for his 2nd inning of work. He throws one there, and it's a strike fouled off by the 2-hitter Reagan Lawlor. Reagan Lawlor 0 for 3 on the day. This time he swings and slices one out to center field, and a bad read and over the head of Castleman. Castleman will pick it up in deep center field, and it's going to be a double for Reagan Lawlor. I don't know if Castleman read that one or got that ball caught up in the lights, but it's a double for the Marlins, and the tying run is on second to lead things off here in the top of the 8th. Now we have a stoppage in play. Don't know why at the moment.
And now the field umpire, Hermie Brown, is giving some more words to that Marlins dugout. Looks like he's
The Marlins
kinda
dugout
arguing with someone, yeah.
The dugout received a warning earlier in the game, and then home plate umpire Scott Wickoff actually tossed a Marlin. That was Estrada, who was tossed from today's game. Was not in the lineup for the Marlins, but... And then the field umpire with some words over to the Marlins dugout here in the 8th. Alex Kerr's first pitch to Dylan Thomas misses outside for a ball. It's been a back-and-forth game here at Foundation Field, an exciting one in Game 4 of the season. Slider misses outside, and there's 2 balls and no strikes to Dylan Thomas. Thomas 1 for 3 on the day, 2 strikeouts and a single back in the 4th inning. A single right here would probably tie this game up at 5 apiece. Here's the pitch from Kerr. Just misses below the knees. Ulrich thought that one might have been in the strike zone. Evan Ulrich behind the dish for the Joes out of Ohio State. 3-0 the count now to Dylan Thomas. And he will look at another one outside. So it's a 4-pitch walk. And now the Marlins have runners on first and second with no one out. And Clay Sorrell, who's reached base all 3 times, 2 of them via the air, and another one from the single, will come into the batter's box, but not before we have a mound visit by Ryan Finnerty, the assistant coach for the Joes. We'll just talk to Ulrich and Kerr on the mound. Just a bit of unluck, or bad luck for Alex Kerr. Looked like he was going to get a fly out to center field, but Castleman really misread it or got it caught up in the lights and went over his head for a double. Start this top of the 8th inning. Kerr will remain in the game, and Chase Hopewell is over into the bullpen warming up for the Joes. Chase Hopewell had a great outing to give the Joes their first win of the season against the Richmond Jazz. He went 3 1/3, gave up no runs, no hits, had 6 strikeouts. He faced 10 guys, retired 9 of them. So we'll see how long Alex Kerr will go here with no one out and runners on first and second for the Marlins. And now this time Tyler Thaman is going to come out and probably get the baseball from Alex Kerr.
That was an interesting setup there from the Joes coaching staff. Yeah, so they kind of extended the...
So we saw a mound visit by Finnerty. He came off, and then Tyler Thaman came right back on. So probably just giving more time for Chase Hopewell to warm up. And now he's going to come trotting out of the Joe's bullpen. And last time he came into a sticky situation. Zach Breeden walked the bases loaded with 2 outs in the inning, and Chase Hopewell was able to strike out that one batter to end the inning. And he finished out the game for the Joes to take down the Jazz in the home opener. And this time, again, another sticky situation.
Yeah, he's got runners on first and second, and similarly to when he came up on Saturday against the Jazz, he's a bit rushed in his warm-up. He's coming into the game, I guess, a little bit earlier than he probably thought he was going to. But if his outing tonight is anything like his outing was on Saturday, he's going to show no signs of any type of abbreviated warm-up. He is already slinging right now on the mound.
Chase Hopewell throws a 4-seam, a slider, curveball, and change. He had everything working the other night on Saturday.
And he's looking to show out for the Joes in the transfer portal, looking to get scouted and find a new Division I home for next year after a year at the University of Findlay up in Northwest Ohio.
Chase Hopewell, hometown kid out of Hamilton, Ohio. And he's coming in once again in a tough situation with 2 runners on first and second. And the 4-hitter up to the plate for the Marlins, Clay Sorrell. 5-4 the lead for the Joes. It's been a back-and-forth game throughout this one. The Marlins have had the lead a couple times, and the Joes have tied it or taken it right back. And as it stands right now, the Joes have 5 runs on 10 hits. Marlins 4 runs on 5 hits. But the big thing is those 4 errors on the scoreboard for the Joes.
Yeah, that's what sticks out in the far right column of the scoreboard right now. Those 4 errors have really hurt the Joes. They've allowed a couple of runs that way and allowed a couple of base runners as well. But they do still have the lead, and so we'll see if they can pull their fielding together a little bit and close this one out in the final 2 innings.
Chase Hopewell trying to get out of this potentially disaster inning for the Joes. Still lead 5-4, but runners on first and second, no one out. And Clay Sorrell will step in from the left side. Here's the first pitch from Hopewell. In on the hands, and it catches the piece of the plate as well for strike number 1. So a good start for Hopewell. Hopewell, the 5th batter for the Joes in today's game. He comes set. Looks over at second. Now home, and he's going to throw back, and he catches a runner off base, and he's going to apply the tag himself. That was Lawlor, who was caught in no man's land. A great pickoff move by Chase Hopewell, and he does it himself, applying the tag, just charging right at him.
Wow. Chase Hopewell steps off the mound, and Reagan Lawler was absolutely frozen as soon as he saw Chase Hopewell's big figure running straight at him, and he applies the tag, and that's a pickoff, and that's huge for the Joes, as now a potential double play ball could end the inning.
And no more runner in scoring position as Hopewell checks on the runner. It was a quick pickoff move.
He's trying to go 2 for 1.
Man, wouldn't that be something? Coming out of the pen and only throwing 1 pitch and getting 2 outs, that would be something, but he's going to throw back to first. But in there safely is Dylan Thomas.
You think he wants it, Sam?
I think he does. Let's see if Sorrell will be on the move, or Thomas will be on the move, as the pitch to Sorrell is a ball. Evens the count at 1 apiece. The Marlins had a runner in scoring position, but Chase Hopewell, with a nice pickoff move, is able to tag him out. Here's the pitch from Hopewell. Misses high and outside for ball 2. So no more runner in scoring position for the Marlins. And now Dylan Thomas represents the Marlins as the tying run. The 2-1 pitch from Hopewell in there for a strike. Sorrell watched that one go by for strike number 2. And see if Hopewell can strike out Sorrell to get 2 outs in this inning. He's going to throw over to first. And once again, Dylan Thomas back in time. Wonder if he will be on the move. Test Evan Ulrich, who should have probably thrown out a guy early in the game, but instead it went into center field with a miscommunication in the middle infielders. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Hopewell. Just misses below the knees. And the count's full. Fans here at Foundation Field held their breath after that one. Thought that could have been strike 3 in the second out of the inning, but instead the count's full. Here's the payoff pitch. Low and in, ball 4. And this time, the Marlins have runner in scoring position again. First and second with 1 out as Hopewell walks Sorrell. And now Blake Hentz will step in. A single back in the second, and then a double play on a 3-0 count in the 4th, and then struck out in his last at-bat in the 6th. Here's the first pitch to Hentz. Did he go around? He sure did, but I think nonetheless it was going to be a called strike anyways. Hopewell comes set at the belt. High kick and delivery home is nothing but gas and right by Blake Hentz for strike 2. And he's down in the count 0-2 now with 1 down here at the top of the 8th. Hopewell eyes the signals from behind the plate. Looks over at second. Now delivers home. Outside for ball one. Good waste pitch there. Try to maybe get Hentz to go swinging on that outside pitch, but he holds. Count now 1-2. Hopewell shakes off Ulrich's sign. Now comes set. Fires one home. Blows it right by Hentz for the second out of the inning. And there's 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
The 11th strikeout of the game for Joe's pitching, and Chase Hopewell shows us yet again why he's been so good for the Joes this year. I'm going to have a bit of a mini conference here.
Yeah, Staten from second base coming to talk with Hopewell. I don't know if he maybe saw something where Dylan Thomas might be on the move here, or if he's being really too aggressive. Hopewell picked off a guy who was on second. That was Reagan Lawlor. Caught him in no man's land between second and third, and then tagged him out by himself. Now here's the first pitch to Nathan Meredith. Delivery home is a strike looking. Nathan Meredith 0 for 3 on the day. 2 strikeouts, but he did reach back in the 5th inning on an error. Came around to score as well. 4 errors on the day for the Hamilton Joes defense. The 0-1 pitch from Hopewell. Dives in there. Nice, filthy curveball for another strike. And now Meredith is down in the count 0-2. Hopewell came into the game with runners on first and second. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Lined up the middle. Right to Castleman. He'll let it bounce. Around third and coming home is Dylan Thomas. Throw to the plate. Not in time, and this game is tied. A 2-strike, 2-out base knock for Nathan Meredith. And the game is now tied at 5 apiece. Looked like Castleman might have been able to get that one, but it would have been a gamble as he let that one bounce maybe 2-3 feet in front of him. And the game is now tied at 5. First and second for the Marlins. And Tommy Dills digs in. That one misses for a ball. Hopewell comes set. Looks over at second. High kick and delivery home. Fouled off. Well late was Dills. 1 strike, 1 ball.
There is a Joe warming up in the bullpen right now. Not sure who that is just yet, but that means we may not be 100% sure if we're going to see Chase Hopewell back in the 9th. Only time will tell.
1-1, wave and a miss. Good slider there. Tommy Dills way ahead of that one. And once again, the Joes trying to get that final strike and out of the inning here in the top of the 8th. Hopewell fires one in there. It's a strike 3. Out of the mitt, though, of Ulrich. He'll fire over to first to Heinrichs, and that will end the inning. So Hopewell comes into a sticky situation with runners on first and second. Looked like he was going to get out of it. He was a strike away, but Nathan Meredith hits one up the middle. It's an RBI single for him, and this game is all tied up at 5. We move to the bottom of the 8th. All knotted up at 5 apiece. Here from Foundation Field, you're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
County with community-focused healthcare. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
4 Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all.
New pitcher for the Ohio Marlins. It's Francisco Manzano out of Frontier Community College. Hails from Milton, Pennsylvania. Luke, what was his stats over there?
So Francisco, 14 games at Frontier, 22 and 2/3 innings pitched, allowing 21 hits, 8 earned runs. Walking 10, striking out 27, averaging 10.72 strikeouts per 9 innings. An ERA of 3.18. He's going to look to shut down the Joes hitters here with the game tied, give his team a chance in the top half of the next inning to potentially take the lead.
Burson goes 2 innings. He gave up 1 run.
Leading off the 8th inning for your Joes,
1 run, 3 hits.
number 4, Evan Ulrich.
He walked 2 in his innings of work. And now Manzano, in a big situation here with the game tied up at 5, comes in to pitch for the Marlins here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the first pitch. High to Evan Ulrich, who will lead things off for the Joes. Doubled in his last at-bat down the third base line. Swings at this one in on the hands, fouled off straight back to the netting. Ulrich 1 for 3 on the day. He's hit the ball real hard. And he looks at a ball outside for make the count 2-1. The 2-1 pitch in there for a strike on the outside corner. Count is now even at 2. The Joes have 10 hits on the day. The Marlins have 6. But this game's all tied up at 5 apiece. Time is called right before the pitch. It was granted. No pitch called. And we'll reset. Manzano, sophomore out of Frontier College. Here's the 2-2 pitch. High and in. So the count is now full to Evan Ulrich. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball towards the left side. Fielding it is Thomas. He fires over to first in time for the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. So 5-3 put out to start things here in the bottom of the 8th. And the 9th hitter, Garrett Staten, will step in.
Joes, the second baseman, number 9, Garrett Staten.
He batted back in the 6th inning with the runners on 2nd and 3rd, but struck out to end the inning. Now he's looking to maybe get on base to potentially get a rally going here in the bottom of the 8th for the Joes. First pitch delivery by Manzano, called strike looking.
You know, Sam, I'd like to see the Joes get something started a little bit earlier in the inning. Their 2-out hitting's been really good in the past 3 innings, but you're towing a line there. They've stranded runners on third a couple of times, and, you know, in a tied game, I'd really like to see the Joes try to get something started here with 1 out instead of 2.
Garrett Staten out of Sanford. Sanford made the NCAA tournament, but we're bounced in the regionals. Staten out of Gainesville, Georgia, looking to get things going. Start a rally here, potentially here in the bottom of the 8th. Count is 0-1 to Staten. Manzano on the mound for the Marlins, fires home. That one drifts outside for a ball. Staten singled back in the 3rd inning and came around to score on that 2-run third inning. A little late on that one. Fouls one off the screen behind home plate for strike 2. Logan Castleman on deck, the top of the order for the Joes. Castleman is 2 for 4 on the day. He will bat in this inning. Now the 1-2 pitch to Staten. Into the turf for a ball. Staten did not have an at-bat for the Sanford Bulldogs this past season, but making his 11th at-bat right now here for the Joes. The 2-2 pitch. Way off the mark, and the count is now full. Three, 2 the count with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch, swing and a miss. Manzano waves goodbye to Staten. And there's 2 down. And Logan Castleman in the top of the order will come up. And let's see if that may light a fire under the Joes after that little taunting from Manzano after striking out Staten. Top of the order, Logan Castleman, 2 for 4 on the day. He looks at one high and upstairs, and Castleman, I think, exchanging a couple words as well. And home plate umpire Scott Wickoff telling the dugout for the Joes to stop. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. Things are getting a little chippy here in Hamilton, Ohio, as both teams are tied up at 5, looking to go 3-1 on the season. But one team by the end of the night will be falling to 2-2. And for some reason, Nathan Meredith can't throw a ball back to the pitcher right now. Manzano giving a little smile over to his catcher behind the dish. 1-1 the count, and Manzano wants another ball. All right, here we go. Throw to Manzano. No way! It's over the head. Unbelievable.
I'm not sure if this is a joke. And now he's gonna send it all the way back.
Scott Wickoff's just gonna do it himself and walk it to Manzano. My goodness, this is something.
Both dugouts and the fans here at Foundation Field giving a cheer for that one, and now the umpire and pitcher will have some words with each other.
Yeah, Wickoff probably letting Manzano know that calm down. Probably said a few words about the taunting after Staten struck out, and Manzano gave it a little wave goodbye.
It's also interesting because Manzano probably could have made a play to catch a couple of those that were thrown at him, and he kind of just let him go into the outfield.
All right. Finally, we're back to play. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Castleman. Swing and a miss. And there's 2 strikes on Logan Castleman.
Woo! Good job! Woo!
And the count is 1-2 with 2 outs. Tie game here in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch from Manzano is high, and I don't know if that may have crossed up Meredith. But that one popped out of his mitt, and the count is now 2-2. Be interesting if Manzano strikes out Castleman, what he will be doing. The 2-2 pitch to Castleman. High and outside, ball 3. Manzano was walking back to his dugout, and then Meredith throws it over the head for, what, the 4th, 5th time? He's had a ball pop out of his mitt. He's airmailed Manzano like 3 or 4 times. And now the count's 3-2 with 2 outs to Logan Castleman. The payoff pitch. That one's a strike. It was a delayed call. And that is a strike 3 looking to Logan Castleman. And now Logan Castleman exchanges words with Scott Wickoff. And did Wickoff just toss him?
Yes, he did.
He did. Castleman was walking back, and then I don't know if Scott Wickoff said some words to him, and that really flared up the emotions of Logan Castleman, and he will be walking out of the ballpark. But quite interesting how, coming on the dugout, the Marlins were exchanging words, and then it was just,
the whole Marlins
tempers
team
are flaring here.
Came out of that
Foundation
dugout
Field.
and they were yelling across the field, and the Joes didn't really look to be responding much in terms of their own dugout, but Logan Castleman certainly had some words for the umpire on a pitch that was right on the edge of the strike zone. Could have really gone either way. He struck out looking to finish off that inning, and the game remains tied now as we head into the ninth.
Whew. We've seen an ejection from both teams. Tempers are flaring, emotions riding high here at Foundation Field. And this is only the first meeting between these two teams this season. Woo-wee!
Yeah, and this year's GLSCL season, with all the play between these teams being played in the South Division.
Because it looked like, going back to that Castleman being ejected, it looked like he was going to be like, he was just talking just normally with Scott Wickoff, the home plate umpire, then was walking back, and I think Wickoff might have said something that really...
Yeah, there was kind of a turning point where he looked to get really
And we have video for all this, too, tonight,
yeah,
so
I mean,
we can always look
we
back,
can look
see
back.
what happens. I know probably some of our viewers are probably looking on replay of that, seeing what just transpired. But now Logan Castleman exits the game, and the new center fielder, once we get who the new center fielder is, we'll let you know. And A.J. Arnold will lead things off for the Marlins here in the top of the ninth. We are all tied up here in the top of the ninth. Hopewell back in for his second inning of work. He fires one in there off the plate outside for ball one. Hopewell gets the sign, now lines up, fires home, and it's a swing and a miss by Arnold. "5-5" the score. We've had an ejection from both teams. One that was in the lineup for the Joes, and then a player for the Marlins that wasn't. Swing and a miss, strike two. And let's see if Chase Hopewell's all business here, if he can retire A.J. Arnold, or if he'll have any post-strikeout antics towards the Marlins dugout. We shall see. The 1-2 pitch. High and upstairs for a ball. The count is 2-2 now with no one down here in the top of the ninth. It's been an exciting game. We've seen it all here at Foundation Field. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. See you later, alligator. A.J. Arnold will walk back to his dugout. There is one down here in the top of the ninth. And Scott Wickoff takes off his mask, and he's going over to look at the Marlins dugout.
Yeah, Chase, when he struck out the batter, didn't do it. He just turned around. He didn't make any gestures or anything at the Marlins dugout, so it's not like there's anything that he would have done to elicit a response, but I guess it just must have been
I
the
think
strikeout.
both the dugouts, the players in the Joe's dugout and the Marlins dugout, are heckling back and forth. I'm sure they're saying some nice things. Here's the first pitch to the 9-hitter, Rowan Turan. That one is a ball. Turan, 1 for 3 on the day, singled back in the 5th, and then grounded out into a 4-6-3 double play in the 7th. The pitch, a little inside for a ball. So 2 straight balls thrown from Chase Hopewell to the 9-hitter, Turan.
That was a little close. You certainly don't want to hit a batter when tensions are this high.
Here's the 2-0 pitch from Hopewell. That one over the plate for strike. And the count's 2-1. 5-5 the score here in the top of the 9th inning. Chase Hopewell trying to shut things down and give the Joes a chance to win it in the bottom of the 9th. Fouled off and snagged by the third base coach for the Marlins. And the count's now 2-2. Let's see if Hopewell can blow one by Turan. Hopewell comes set. Now in the windup, the high kick, the delivery. That one was hitting the turf, probably like 2 or 3 feet in front of home plate. And now the count's full. Three to the count to the 9-hitter Turan. Hopewell gets his pitch. Now we'll fire home, and that one is strike 3 looking. That looked like it was off the plate, but Scott Wickoff maybe wants to go home because that one looked like it was a ball, but nonetheless, Hopewell gets his second strikeout of the inning, and now the top of the order. And Aaron Garcia will step in with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Little drizzle coming down here in Hamilton. And first pitch thrown to Aaron Garcia from Hopewell is in there for a strike on the outside corner once again. So Hopewell painting the black on all corners of the home plate. Seems like he's in a groove right now. Let's see if he can get a 1-2-3 inning. The pitch to Garcia on the outer half of the plate. Strike 2. And the count's 0-2 to Aaron Garcia, who is trying to avoid the golden sombrero. Already has 3 strikeouts on the day. 0 for 4 total. Hopewell gets his pitch from Ulrich. Takes a breath. And now the kick, the delivery. Strike 3, looking again. Backwards K for Chase Hopewell. He retires the Marlins in order. 1, 2, 3, 3 strikeouts for Chase Hopewell, and the Joes look to win it in the bottom of the 9th. 5-5 the score. Do not go away. Exciting finish just around the corner here from Foundation Field. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube. Take a deep breath, everyone. We'll be right back.
All things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008. If you're looking for an industry leader in all things related to windows and doors, look no further than L.E. Schofield Window and Door Co. With over 7 decades of experience in providing window and door repair and replacement services, as well as glass, screens, and other products, you can count on them to get the job done right the first time around. Call them today at 513-863-8932.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati, or call them up at 513-851-9056.
Hungry Joe's fans? Visit your
Back here at Foundation Field. Bottom of the 9th, all tied up at 5 apiece. The Joes looking to win it. We have a new pitcher for the Marlins. It is going to be Nash Denzel from Toledo. He did not play for the Rockets this past season, and he comes into a big situation against Joe's Bats. Harry Jackson will lead things off for the Hamilton Joes. 1 for 4 on the day, singled back in the 5th. He struck out twice so far in this electric game against the Marlins. First pitch, ground ball to the left side. Aaron Garcia fields, fires, in time for the first out. Harry Jackson was speeding down the first baseline, but was out by a step and a half for the first out of the inning. 6-3 ground out for Harry Jackson, and Mitch Donofrio will come up for the Joes, 2 for 4 in the day. In his last 2 at-bats, he's reached base via a double and a single. The pitch, lined into left field, that's down for a base hit. So the winning run is aboard for the Joes. And now Dalton Miller will step in, the hometown kid. Plays for Miami University Hamilton. And do you send Donofrio to get in scoring position and try to steal a base?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think
you take that gamble?
The Joes certainly have shown their aggression through the first 3 games of the season.
Let's see if Tyler Thaman's a gambling man. Donofrio stands at first. He represents the winning run. The pitch in there for a strike. High in the strike zone to Dalton Miller. And the count's 0-1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. We are all tied up at 5 apiece. It's been a back and forth game. We've had chippiness on both sides. We've had 2 ejections, 1 from each team. And Denzel will check on the runner Donofrio at first. Donofrio, great day for him. 3 for 5 on the day for the Joes. He came in today 0 for 4 on the season. 0 balls, 1 strike to Miller. And a swing and a miss for strike 2.
Yeah, he was out in front of that one, just chasing, trying to put a ball in play, but mistimed it. Now he's facing an 0-2 count.
Dalton Miller, 1 for 4, singled in his last at-bat in the 7th. The 0-2 pitch delivery at the letters for a ball. And another not great throw by Nathan Meredith when he was throwing it back to the pitcher.
He's got to be very, very careful with a base runner.
1-2 the count to Dalton Miller. Donofrio, the winning run, stands at first. 1 down here in the bottom of the 9th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Miller goes down swinging, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. And the Marlins exchanging words as well, and which is kind of just ridiculous at this point. Miller kind of a little frustrated as he was entering the dugout, and now it's up to Luke Arnold. He skies this one into left center field. Tommy Dills is going to make the grab down out in deep left center field to end the inning. Let's play some free baseball, why don't you? Top of the 10th, right around the corner. The first game in extras for both teams in today's game. We'll take a short break. Don't go away. Top of the 10th, right around the corner here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
Neighborhood McDonald's. With 6 locations in Hamilton, there's always one close by. Whether you're in the mood for some nuggets, a Coke, or a classic Big Mac, McDonald's is the spot to satisfy your cravings. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Are your clothes still dirty after going through the wash? Is your fridge failing to keep things cold? Pay Appliance Service offers superior home appliance repair in Hamilton, Ohio, so you can get on with your day-to-day activities. They are a family-owned company offering fast and reliable appliance repairs. Their skilled service technicians work on a wide variety of brands and home appliances, providing quality repairs on everything from dishwashers to microwaves. Go to their location at 780 South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard or contact them at 513-285-3519.
Pfefferly Tire and Auto is your car's home for all of its needs. Whether you just need a quick oil change, a repair, or you're in the market for new tires, Pfefferly will get it done with professionalism and honesty. And with convenient locations in both Fairfield and Hamilton, there's always a place
extra
nearby.
Innings here at Foundation Field in Hamilton, Ohio. Bryce Smith will be out on the mound for the Joes here in the top of the 10th. Chase Hopewell had a good outing. Did not give up a single run. Hopewell went 2 innings pitched. Gave up no runs. And 1 hit. And 5 strikeouts. And he also walked a batter. He will be in to pitch to start things in the top of the 10th. The lefty out of Erlanger, Kentucky, plays for the Norse. Northern Kentucky. The sophomore appeared in 10 games, pitched 16 and 2/3 innings at 10.80 ERA. He pitched Sunday, as that ball is in there for a ball. He went 1 inning. Gave up no runs, no hits. He had 1 strikeout and 2 walks. Now he's pitching in a big spot here in extras. Swing and a miss. Counts 1-1. 2-3-4 in the lineup for the Marlins. Reagan Lawlor batting right now at the left side. Lefty on lefty matchup. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Smith. Squaring to bunt is Lawlor. It's a good one down the left field line, but it's going to tail foul.
Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton...
Sorry about that. We had the ads running, but we're back here. 5-5 still. 1-2 the count. To Reagan Lawlor. 2-3-4 hitters for the Marlins to start things here in the top of the 10th. First time both these teams are playing in extra innings in this young season. Bryce Smith ahead in the count 1-2. Here's the southpaw's delivery. And Lawlor able to just get a piece of it to stay alive. Due up for the Joes in the bottom of the 10th is Braden Broom, the 6 hitter. Heinrichs will follow, and then Evan Ulrich. The 1-2 pitch. And fouled off again. Reagan Lawlor, 1 for 4 on the day, doubled in his last at-bat that caught Castleman out in center field off guard, lost it in the lights, and landed over his head. But then Lawlor got caught on the pickoff move by Chase Hopewell, and Hopewell ran and tagged him to get that first out of the inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Smith, lined up the middle, off the glove of Smith. It might have benefited him. Here's the throw from Broom, who fields it, throws it, and guns down Lawlor for the first out of the inning. That ball was going up the middle if Bryce Smith didn't get a piece of it with his mitt. It kind of helped Braden Broom as well, as it lost a lot of momentum on that baseball, and Broom able to field and gun over to first. And there's one down here in the top of the 10th for Dylan Thomas. Thomas 1 for 3 on the day, but walked in his last at-bat in the 8th and came around to score. He was the guy who came around to tie things up at 5. The pitch from Smith is popped up and out of play. And Smith is now ahead in the count 0-2. Smith is the 6th pitcher. I'm almost running out of room on my scorebook. He's the 6th pitcher for the Joes. The 0-2 pitch. Bit inside for a ball. Sam Matthews started this one out. Kobe Haynes came in, didn't record an out. The pitch from Smith, just below the knees for a ball. The count 2-2 now. Kobe Haynes came in, couldn't record an out. Then Casey Grimm had 2 innings of really good work. Struck out 6. Alex Kerr pitched an inning. Came out for a second, but didn't record an out, and then Chase Hopewell shut the door in the 8th and 9th. Strike 3, and Ulrich is going to apply the tag, and there's 2 down here in the top of the 10th. So Bryce Smith retires the first 2 Marlins. And Clay Sorrell will step in, the DH hitter for the Marlins. 1 for 3 on the day, but worked a walk against Chase Hopewell. He was the first batter Hopewell faced. Now this one flared into right field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. No laser from the right fielder Harry Jackson into second to hold Sorrell to a single. So a 2-out hit for the Marlins. And Blake Hentz, who is 1 for 4 on the day, will come in and bat from the left side, but we might have a pinch hitter. And we will. It's going to be number 10 for the Marlins. Number 10, Korpsky.
Pinch hitting for the Marlins, number 10, Korpsky.
Korpsky. We don't have his first name on the roster. It just said Korpsky, so we'll call him by that. Runner on for the Marlins. That's Clay Sorrell, who just got a single down the right field line. Let's see if he will be in motion. Bryce Smith on the mound for the Joes. Here's the pitch. That one in the turf, but doesn't go far from Ulrich. Runner holds. Korpsky, listed as a catcher on the roster. He swings and misses. And the count is now 1-1. Top of the 10th. 5-5 the score here from Foundation Field. Smith sets at the belt. Now fires, and this one in the turf once again, but a good block. And keeping it in front of him was Evan Ulrich. Ulrich doing a good job behind the dish, keeping balls in front. 2-1 the count to Korpsky. Bryce Smith sets, now fires home. This one lined up the right field line. That's going to be out of play for strike number 2. So Bryce Smith is a strike away from sending the Joes to the bottom of the 10th and giving them a chance to score 1 run. That's all it would take if he would record this final out without giving up a run to give the Joes the win. Here's the 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. It's a breaking ball right back to Smith. Smith will glove it, will flip it, and record the final out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 10th. 1 run is all it will take for the Joes to be victorious in this one. 5-5 the score. Don't go away. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
In Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone.
Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization, and that is why we hire only the most qualified and compassionate individuals in the industry. This is why our care is second to none.
Get ready, Joes fans. Raising Cane's is coming to Hamilton. Opening June 29th at 1479 Main Street, you can enjoy the world-famous flavor of Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Can't wait? Head down to Fairfield, where there's a Cane's located at 5120 Dixie Highway that can satisfy all your cravings right now. Raising Cane's is a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Hungry Joes fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joes game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or Order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious meal.
Back here in Foundation Field, the Joes trying to win it with a 1 run. 5-5 the score here in the bottom of the 10th. If we go to the 11th, both teams will start their innings with a runner on second, and if we are still tied through 12 innings of play, it's going to result in a tie game. Strike one called to Braden Broom, who is leading things off for the Joes here in the bottom of the 10th. The 1 pitch to Broom. Ground ball to Aaron Garcia over at short. He fields. Now this one's airmailed, and Broom is around first. He's going to second. Throw is not in time. And the Joes have the winning run on second base. An E6, and that one right out of his arm, or hand rather. Garcia, that one you knew was going to be nowhere close to the first baseman, Blake Hentz. So Braden Broom reaches on the E6, advances to second. He is the winning run for the Joes, and it's up to Tyler Heinrichs to maybe win it for the Joes in this high-intensity matchup between the Marlins and the Joes, and this is only game 1 between these teams. Heinrichs drops down the bunt. It's a beautiful one, and throw to first is in time, but most importantly, the runner advances 90 feet to third base. Heinrichs does his job with the sacrifice bunt. Braden Broom advances to third, and Evan Ulrich has a chance to win it here for the Joes. Infield is in for the Marlins. It is raining here at Foundation Field. Ulrich looks, a ball in the turf for a ball. We've seen 2 ejections in tonight's game, 1 by each team. We've seen heckling back and forth between 2 dugouts. And it comes now down to the bat of Evan Ulrich to maybe win it for the Joes. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and line drive right to the third baseman, Dylan Thomas. Ulrich hit that one on the nose, but right at Thomas for the second out of the inning. That is a tough one to swallow if you're Evan Ulrich. He hit that one hard. And now, with 2 outs, it comes down to the bat of Garrett Staten. That's the third time tonight Ulrich's hit the ball on the screws, and he only 1 hit to his credit, and that was a double. Here's the pitch to Staten. That one sails high for a ball. The winning run is on third for the Hamilton Joes. We are all tied up at 5 here in the bottom of the 10th. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2 to Staten. Staten out of Gainesville, Georgia, trying to win it for the Joes tonight. Nash Denzel out of Toledo on the mound for the Marlins. The lefty fires to Staten inside, and a great stop by Nathan Meredith. He keeps this game going. If that went by him, this game is over and the Joes are celebrating, but instead it's a 3-0 count. Denzel comes set. The pitch to Staten is high, ball 4. So technically, Staten really doesn't mean much on the base paths because the winning run is on third. But now it's going to come down to the bat of number 8 for the Hamilton Joes, John San Jewel. San Jewel played game 1 down in Florence against the Cincinnati Steam. He walked twice and was 0 for 3. Sanjul has not played since, or actually he has. He played against the Scouts on Sunday, where he went 0 for 3. So Sanjul is looking for his first hit as a Joe, and man, it would be a huge one. All three coaches now, as you can see on the screen, are convening with the two runners on base for the Joes, and then the hitter who will be coming up to the plate, John Sanjul.
You know what, Sam?
You can't do a squeeze with 2 outs.
Do you intentionally walk here to try and get the force at home? Because allowing another base runner doesn't really hurt you here for the Marlins.
I don't think you do, just the way Harry Jackson's been hitting for the Joes this season.
That's true.
Entered today 6 for 7, is 1 for 5 on the day today, but still. I think you would rather go against John Sanjul, who is 0 for on the season. The lefty out of Colombia. They did not have a season over there in the Ivy League. He hails from Arroyo Grande, California, and he has a chance to win things for the Joes. He is pinch hitting for Logan Castleman, who struck out back in the 8th inning and then was ejected shortly after. So that is why John Sanjul is in the ball game. An opportunity here. Normal depth for the infield for the Ohio Marlins. Here's the pitch. Outside, and the runner's going to advance. So Staten is over there on second, so runner's on second and third, but still, Staten really doesn't mean much over there at second base. 1-0 the pitch. Denzel delivery. It misses for a ball. The count is now 2-0. On deck is Harry Jackson out of Toledo, Ohio. It could be some Toledo on Toledo crime if Jackson can maybe get up to bat. Ball gets away on his way home, and scoring is Broom, and the Joes walk it off here in Hamilton. The ball got away from Nathan Meredith, and the Joes win it, and they pile on Braden Broom. The Joes improved to 3-1 on the year in an electric game between the Marlins and the Joes. This was only game 1 between these two teams. It's going to be an exciting season-long series between these two ball clubs.
Yeah, we thought the Steam game was good. Oh, my goodness. This has been absolutely wild from start to finish. Things got really heated down the stretch. And, man, it really feels good for the Joes to get a win here. Down the stretch in extra innings. And they'll make their way out to left field. And this game goes the distance and more into the 10th.
Sure does.
And it ends up being Braden Broom that comes in to score.
Yeah, the
he
ball
reached on the E6, and then the ball gets away and he scores on an error.
He led off the top of the 10th inning. He grounded to Aaron Garcia, but Garcia threw a terrible throw to first base that just looked way off out of his hand. And then a great sacrifice bunt by Tyler Heinrichs to advance Braden Broom from second to third. Garrett Staten walked, and then Sanjul did his job to watch 3 pitches go by. And most importantly, the third pitch that was in the turf, Nathan Meredith did his best to keep it in front of him, but it scooted by, and Braden Broom slid home, the walk-off winner for the Hamilton Joes. We will be right back. We are going to get Braden Broom up here in the booth. We'll see what he was thinking when he was on the base paths. And we'll also finish things out and recap the rest of tonight's game. So we'll be right back. Don't go away. Interview with Braden Broom right around the corner. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years. Receiving an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080. At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposefully so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just a place to reside. It's a place for residents to truly shine every day, offering a diverse range of senior living services. Our community is designed to suit all resident lifestyles, from highly independent seniors to those who may require day-to-day assistance. Every resident becomes a member of our community. We strive to make sure each moment of each day is something to remember. Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field. Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is safe and ready for you. Have an injury of some sort? Stop by Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, located on 3035 Hamilton Mason Road. The physicians and specialists at the Tri-Health Orthopedic and Sports Institute provide a full range of orthopedic care to ensure you don't miss out on a single moment on or off the field.
Joe's fans, in need of insurance, United Heartland Insurance Agency has your back. A consolidation of a number of family-owned independent insurance agencies dating back to 1872, for years they have been protecting the assets of their clients by offering comprehensive and competitive business, personal, and life insurance products. Visit their Hamilton office at 185 North Brookwood Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-896-5555.
The Greater Miami Valley YMCA. When communities get better, the world gets better. Discover how we positively impact the nation and how you can help us, one neighborhood at a time. The Greater Miami Valley Y, your local stop for building a healthy spirit for mind and body for all.
Hello and welcome back to Foundation Field. We are alongside Braden Broom. Braden, you were the winning run, scoring from third. You reached on an air. It looked like it was going to be a ground out, but an air over there from Aaron Garcia. But you reached base. You got the sacrifice bunt from Tyler Heinrichs, and then you were able to advance to third, score home on the wild pitch. How did it feel to be the winning run for the Joes tonight?
It was good. I'm glad we got a good team win. I'm glad we were able to pull that one out. It was a tough game, a little bad conditions with a little bit of rain, but it was a tough game, and I'm glad we were able to pull it out on top.
You entered today's game 1 for 9, but you had a good day today, 2 for 4 at the plate. Do you have any kind of adjustments up there?
No, I had coming in. I had a neck injury kind of, and I hadn't been able to hit a whole lot. I was being really over the top of my top hand, so I've been trying to just work on palm up, palm down, and just stay through the baseball.
The emotions were riding high in this one, but how does it feel to get the win and send the Marlins back home with an L?
Awesome. You know, I was really wanting to beat that team. They've not been my best, or I guess you could say the best opponent team we've played so far. Not one of my favorites, but I was glad we were able to pull that one out together as a team.
All right, Braden Broom, the winning run of tonight's game. The Joes win 6-5 in 10 innings of play. They move on to 3-1. They'll be back tomorrow night right here at Foundation Field. For Luke Westpoli,